Fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. Immortal fear. That voice so clear through broken walls. That scream I hear. Strangers look on. When will they learn this loneliness? Temptation heat beats like a drum deep in your veins. I will not lose. Come to your brother. Unchain me, sister. Love is with your brother. My Shangri-La, I can't forget why you were mine. I need you now.
Happy Halloween, my friends. I know it's not quite Halloween, but hey, we're on 145 tonight. My man, CT, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, man? Love that new intro.
Yeah, man. No, neither was I. I was like, I was sitting around earlier. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do some kind of like cool Halloween
Yeah.
vampire shit.
Little
Two of my
lost
favorites. Figured,
feel
hey,
for
why not?
that. Nice.
Yeah, why not, man? And I see you're not wearing a costume.
No, man. My Celtics are right now in the midst of a tight one. They got a close one going on. We're in fourth quarter, so I gotta hang in there. Sorry, guy.
See, I'm really still in my 20s, and I'm wearing my middle-aged outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
I saw that. I see it. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we're gonna have a couple more people coming in, man, tonight. But let me say what's up, dude. As always, who is in the chat?
Chair, huh?
My man Keith, what is good, man? Can't watch live. Celebrating my 55th birthday today. Happy birthday, my man. So the wife and I are continuing our horror movie marathon. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
Have a great show. Thank you. Happy birthday, Keith. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Forrest also in the house. What's up, dude? Happy birthday, Keith. That's right. SpongeBob Squareballs. What's up, man? Oh, so we got Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Headbangers all time. Yeah, my man. Yeah. Justin McFly. What's up, my dude? Friends Talentino as well, man. We got a lot of people in here. Blitz, what the heck happened? I don't know. You tell me what happened. No idea. Brian Hepburn, what is up, my friend, as well? 12-inch Moose Stream. Hello, community of collectors. The best time ever to be a figure collector of any scale. Yes, my friend, it is. It is. Who else do we have in here tonight, man? Let me look. OG fan, what's up, my man? How you doing as well, dude? Hector, of course. Appreciate it. Always hit that like. Always, my man. Let's see, who else do we have? Maybe I'm missing some folks. My chat's being a little funky. I saw Moose though, right? You were on Dante's last night, so that was cool, man. Go check that out, guys, if you haven't, man. 12-inch, my dude. Primetime reviews also. What is good, dude? Can't wait for that Mark II. Yep, it's badass. Chuck G was good, my friend. Movie Canon as well. I thought I saw Jay in here, but I think we'll see what happens here. We'll see. Luis as well. What's up, my friend? Congratulations. Apologies, but work on the way. No worries. For anybody, myself, Moose Stream, anybody. Always watch whenever you guys can. Jedi Chris, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How are you doing? Rob also in the building, man. Who else do we have that I may have missed? Dinesh, what's up, man? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. If I missed anybody, guys, I'm sorry. Looking through. That's somebody. Tim, my friend. Yes, thank you, my friend. Dude, great interview with Fabio. Appreciate it from Caustic Plastic. That was fun, guys. If you guys didn't watch that was on Wednesday morning. It's on the link in the channel. Lots of cool stuff going on in there. But other than that, I think I saw a couple more. Bob, what's up, man? Let's go. This fucking guy, man. Oh, geez, it's hilarious. Yeah, Orange Lights. I was just mixing it up. Yeah, I did it last year too. And yeah, so anyways. Look at this. I've got some folks. I've got Rob. What's up, dude?
What's up?
It's a Halloween. You're not wearing a costume either.
I'm wearing a t-shirt for the Chom Company from the Dune universe.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Something.
And Jay too. What's up, man? Also,
hey, what's up?
Nobody got the memo.
I just remembered when you
and what
said
costume
something.
do you have on?
Mine's my middle-aged outfit. I'm really still 20.
All right.
Ain't that the damn truth?
I know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But how are you guys? You guys both showed at the same time.
Doing good. You know,
Doing good.
I have to tell you this part of my life, the action figure collecting part of my life, is monumentally frustrating.
Because
there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff coming out.
Well, yeah,
and it's getting to the point where it used to be like somewhat manageable.
It's not.
You know, and now it's just gotten to the point where I'm like, yeah, there's all this stuff that I would love to have. That I'm like, it's getting to the point where, oh, look at that.
Lady Deadpool.
I was not going to get this, but I just saw it in my shop today and was like, I kind of need this. I watched the movie all over again, and I was like, I kind of need this.
Do you think?
And now you have it.
You think it's because you were in the shop, and it was an impulse buy because you still like the movie, and you're like, "Fuck it, it's right here. I don't have to order it from anybody. I could just sweep and then take it home."
I think that was part. I think that was part of it, but then I also I do like the character.
Yeah,
I do like the character.
No, I do too. I just
all that. Yeah, but it was a little bit of that, like the hype. Because I remember when I first saw it and everybody was buying it, overseas and everything, and I was like, that's gonna be a figure you're gonna see on the BST. As soon as these artisan figures drop, it's gonna the hype is gonna die down. And then I thought about it. I like the fact that it's not a huge line. So you get Deadpool, and he already comes with a bunch of little mini pools with him. Then you get this figure, you get Lady Deadpool, and then you get Wolverine, of course, and then you're done. It's like, you know, that's all you really need. I'm not gonna go and get Deadpool and all that other shit. So yeah,
I don't believe you.
I don't really,
because if you start, that's the problem. When you start getting a couple, there then comes a point where you're like, okay, and we talked about this in Discord the other day, right? Because I gotten my Padme in, and I have my Anakin, right? Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. That's it. Because then you're like, okay, well, you know, it'd be kind of cool if you get 3PO and R2.
Yes.
And then at that point, you're like, well, fuck. You see?
You need Mace.
You see? No. Then you're like, I might as well go all the way then, because you're already now you're almost at that precipice. You're falling off, and you're like, fuck it. I'll just the completionist in us, the collector in us.
You're talking to a person that's gonna have 3 DeLoreans, 3 Hot Toys.
That's
DeLoreans.
right. So, but that's what I'm saying. So you get Wolverine, you get Deadpool, you get Lady Deadpool. Then you're like, well, fuck, I might as well get the kid. I mean, and then you know.
But the kid to me, I mean, honestly, it's kind of stupid. But I mean, I do like the water gun accessories. I think that's kind of for some reason that's weird. I weird, but I just don't. I don't. Like, it's no reason for me to have kid pool. But you're right. If somebody comes to me with a great deal and like, hey, I got a kid pool.
There you go. Like, now you're the
there you go.
It is like anyway. But congrats on the pickup. That's badass, dude.
Thank you.
That's badass. And Rob, you're struggling.
Yeah, I think it's my age.
Is it? Wait. You would think getting older may have more patience. Is it the opposite?
Yeah, because, you know, the thing is, I use figures and all that are, as I've said this before on the show, the characters that they represent have always been inspirational. The actors that portrayed the characters, the costume designers that made the costumes, the movies that they represent, all of those things inspired me. I mean, I've literally been buying action figures my entire life.
Sure.
You know, when I was a kid, it was 12-inch GI Joes, and then it was Mego, then it was Star Wars. And you know, that went into I picked up the 6-scale Bug again in the late 90s, you know, when I was buying, when they started re-releasing Star Wars figures, when Hasbro was doing it. And then Dragon figures from Asia were putting out military figures, and then sometimes they would throw in other figures, and then there was movie characters that were custom figures. You know, you could buy them in the early 2000s. And then Hot Toys came along with their action figure kits of the Predator and the aliens, you know, and then I started buying all this stuff, and it was like, and now it's just gotten to the point where I kind of want to be done. But then they come out like you see Brother Cousins, man, you walk into that store and you see it in the box, and you're like, I gotta have that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's a never ending thing. Jay picked up Lady Deadpool. You got maybe something this week, Rob. I don't know.
I did actually.
Because last week was Krug, so I didn't know if anything happened.
You know what I got? You know what I got this week, and it's terrible. I didn't have this. Actually, it hasn't shown up yet. Moon Knight.
Oh, the Hot Toys one.
Yeah, I have the Toys Moon Knight. And then, you know, I've got I just hadn't got it. I don't know why I didn't get it, and I realized the price kept going up on the secondary market. I'm like, I found a good deal, and I got it. I really wanted that figure. But that's the thing, you know, wanting the figures, and the thing is, every year that goes by, the figures just get better and better and better and better and better.
That's right.
And so you want it, like, how many more figures are we going to replace? You know.
Well, there's differences, right? Because some of us have had a lot of the originals or the older 2.0s, when now there's 3.0s. But
by the way, do you know what today is? I would be remiss if I didn't
I know what today is. I think everybody should know what today is. It's October 26th, 1984.
I was at the Crossroads Theater in Bellevue, Washington, seeing the first show of the Terminator. 40 years ago today.
Yep.
That's amazing.
My man, 40 years, man.
Jesus.
All right. Well, he got Moon Knight coming in. CT.
Yeah, and I guess Captain Shaw, right?
And Shaw will be on the way. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I have to have the Star. I can't stop buying Star Trek figures, but Hot Toys figures, man. There's so many. You know, there's so many out there that they keep. What are they releasing? 2 or 3 a week now?
A lot. Yeah, we got a few even right here to talk about. So, but yeah. But
and Shaw is a figure, Rob. That's a figure that you like really need to have.
Yeah, no, I really obviously I love Todd, and it's such a cool. And it's a great figure. I mean, the head sculpt is really great. I'm really loving that whole line of. I've always wanted a museum quality line of Star Trek figures, and now we're getting them, and they just keep getting better and better. Sobek is next, according to Nanjin.
Yep. Happy birthday, Rob! By the way, from Doc. Every stream. Speaking of that, though, right? So you got that in this week too, CT.
Finally, man.
Like whatever.
What'd you think of it, CT?
I love it, man. I think it looks great. I would give it a. You
got him nearby.
Like an 8.5, maybe even a 9. But yeah, let me just go ahead. I don't know how the light's gonna work with this today. But.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks amazing. That looks great.
It is great. You know, the only thing about X06 figures, I mean, this Krug figure is probably the best figure they've done.
The rooted hair looks amazing.
Yeah, the rooted hair is great. You know, the eyebrows were too. I don't know how they could have done those any better, but you know what? The face painting is still a little soft. They don't have the face paint as well as Hot Toys does, or as well as. But that doesn't really matter because most of the figures are simplistic. They're just human faces. So, but it's a great. I love this figure.
Same.
Yeah, the rooted hair is more than adequate. I thought the ponytail in the back, I didn't know what to expect, but they did a good job.
It's fantastic.
I just wish the boot. I wish they gave us a split cut boot so you could just pose it just a little bit better. That stiff boot is hard to get any articulation out of that ankle, and just to get them to lean forward or bend the leg a little bit. But I don't have too many complaints. I mean, other than that, and I thought the sculpt is fine. I think
the sculpt is great. I think it's great likeness. It looks just like him.
Yeah. This I might actually send this out and get this thing rooted, get the eyebrows and get the beard.
Wow.
Just finish it off.
Hell yeah. That would be fun.
I'm talking about but it's a great figure. Come on, Klingons, finally. The X06 collection. I've been having a lot of fun digging it, but it's needed that it needs the bad guys, man. It needs the Klingons. It needs more of that, and I'm glad this stuff is starting to come in. So I know this one was not an easy figure. It took them a while to put some love into this thing.
But I love like the bandolier. I mean the holster for the disruptor. That metal chain is really, really great. The costuming is. It's a
you can get it under the belt like you wore it in the movie, but like the belt's kind of. I didn't go through that in the instructional video because the belt's kind of a pain.
Yeah, I didn't want to
take it off. Some people can't I didn't want to put it back on. You can maybe shimmy it under, but I just kind of love that.
Even Nanjin said that the cape, his like jacket cape, that there was something inaccurate about it. I think it looks great.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
super critical, but it's
really
awesome.
It's a great figure. I mean, I really am loving, and they've been banging. They've been the Picard season 3. Picard is a great figure, and then they've just been doing. I can't wait to. I don't think anybody can wait to get that Sobek figure in their hands.
I know
this might be one of those figures this might be one of those X06 figures. If you didn't get it, this may be a tough one to get.
Oh, I already sold out. I mean, it's yeah.
I've heard rumblings. People want to go ahead and army build Klingons just for the body, put different sculpts on there. And I know there's not too many out there. So,
and I know that he hasn't announced it, but he's going to do Chang.
Oh yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, I
But,
can't wait to get Chang from Star Trek 6. That would be just
Undiscovered country, be awesome. Funky Cold Santa though, man. Dude, thanks, my man. As always, I'm not sure if that was upgraded or renewed, man, but I appreciate it always, bro. Always, my friend. I do have a couple people I saw in the chat, man, too. I just wanted to say what's up to Late Bloomer. What is up, my man? What's up, dude?
Hey.
We're having a good Saturday night. I think I saw AJ up in here as well. What is good, dude? Little Howard says all 1.0s will be replaced. Rolling eyes. USB. Yeah. Ray as well. What's up, Ray? Hawk Wars, my man. How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a Saturday. Good Saturday night for you. What is it? It's late for you too. 9:30 over there. Next week, I think I switched time zones though, so that'll be kind of nice. But dude, what's up, Ray? How you doing, brother? Rooted Revolution. Bob Dylan says, yeah, absolutely. Commander Green also, what's up, my dude? What is good? And Figurecraft. What is up, bro? Hey, fellas, and happy Saturday. Thanks again for the awesome stream, Anthony. Can't wait for that Crow 2-pack, bro. Like,
Philly.
yeah, dude.
Oh, how was that? I didn't see that stream. They're doing a Crow 2-pack.
Man, why I sent you the link.
Bro, I'm a little busy.
What? Are you subscribed to 6 Scale Mafia? Do you get an alert?
Yeah, I did actually.
So no, I know. I'm kidding. No, check it out later when you're, relaxing
What's in the 2-pack?
tinkering. Well, so he's gonna do like Crow, like I think shirtless, and then you know what I mean, and then full on, and then the whole new Maestro line that they're working on is rolling eyes, rooted hair, genuine leather outfits. It's gonna be nice, man. But it was really fun, man. He's cool. We'll talk again. I'll have him back on the show. I've been working with him for a while now, so I was like, we should come on. So it was really cool to announce and talk about all this stuff. He's doing the original Exorcist 2-pack with the priest as well. That's gonna be really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff. Conan, of course. There's gonna be a lot of cool shit. So yeah, man. Yeah. Of course, Ray. Miss you too, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. As always, man. We'll meet up here. I'll chat with you in a little bit as well. Yeah, it's just freaking awesome, man. So Windman as well. What is up, my dude? Yeah, I mean, so like we'll get into that because we do have a few figures to talk about, but that is, I guess that's a good point to actually bring this up, Rob, because some feel that, like you were saying, like we've been down this road, but another argument could be made that they're getting better.
I mean, this figure is spectacular. The 2.0.
Yeah.
Mark II. This figure is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. I want that figure.
Right.
Some people saying it's the best Iron Man.
I mean, I do think that the Hot Toys Iron Man figures are some of the best, if not the best, action figures ever made.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, totally.
Just in terms of their engineering and the die cast, amazing.
It's Hot Toys at their best. It really is.
My problem is I have Hall of Armors, and I really would like to have him in the Hall of Armor, but then you don't because he's so animated.
Yeah. Well, you can leave the one you have in Hall of Armor and take this one out. I mean,
I still don't have the original, the older one, the shorter one. So it's kind of like, well, so I wouldn't do it, but it'd be nice to have them in there just as a Dio set. But he's so cool that you don't want to waste that. Shit, what the fucking Facebook?
Yeah, I hate that they're doing that now.
Yeah, I don't know if that happens because he's got like 100 parts, man.
I know. It's amazing.
So you're kind of like, well, no, you want to have him on display, man. You want to show all this shit off. So Forces can't wait to get mine. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, this is really awesome. I don't know. I'll put a thing in the chat too as well, man, see how many of you guys are into this. But and I know we could say that, right? Like, oh well, we've been down this road before, this has come out before, blah blah blah. But the upgrades, I think the upgrades are worth it. I think the upgrades are worth it on certain ones. And I think this is
this is
one.
Just spectacular.
This looks amazing.
Now, let me put a poll in the chat. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, the thing is with this one right here, I mean, now that I think we have all the original first 7 figures. We have them all now. They in 3.0, well, all in diecast. So now that we have them, what's gonna happen? Do you think Hot Toys is gonna, do another round of these figures and go back to them and do 3.0s or 4.0 die cast?
I don't think it's ever going to end.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to end. What the fuck is going on here? What do we got in the back here?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. He's what the
New
hell
York
is
Comic Con
this?
was last week.
He's some anime that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man. That is awesome.
What's going on?
Nothing, man. Hey, I'm glad you wore it. You wore it. That's badass. I miss Hector though, real quick, man. 31 months. Channel reference fucking got me rolling. P-Rod Crow, man. Hell yeah. Fucking awesome, dude. Oh, and Tankcase, your fucking 2 tauntauns came in from Inbox Studio. Dude, congrats. What? Yeah, it's like you got them. Yeah.
Fine.
Blitz Sailor, Guy Fieri. No, man, that's a Pokemon. No, I'm kidding. It's Naruto. That's cool. That's awesome,
Naruto.
Man.
Yes, he knows.
Hell yeah, dude. That shit is fucking.
I knew
great.
it. I couldn't think of the name quick enough. Damn it.
Kakashi.
Senility.
Love it. I love it. Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you for joining, P-Rock.
Thanks for having me. Awesome.
I would have. None of us were all out of place now.
I'm out of place now.
But rock it, man. Fuck it, rock it. It's awesome, dude. But Jay was saying we're talking about this Iron Man. Let me get back to Jay real quick on that. Though you were saying, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't even remember. Oh no. So yeah, 3.0s. You know it's gonna happen. You know we're gonna get now that we got the original 7 all in. You know, die cast. You know, all fully. You know, all in their fully die cast glory. You know they're gonna go back to the well and they're gonna do some 3.0s with some USB light up.
Well, I know. I still think we need the Mark IV.
I think you're right. Did we get that? Wait a minute. Did we get that?
No, not really though. No, the quarter scale.
There was a quarter scale, but then it wasn't it a reissue of the
There's
Mark
an
IV,
old
like
one.
in a gantry or
There's
something?
an old one, but when they started redoing them, right, when we got like, it's a weird order. Like they did the Mark 7 a little while back now, what, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, that was like 2019 actually.
And then the Mark 1 that we got,
Yeah,
new one with the USB.
and that was like 2022.
The Mark
2023,
the Mark 5 got redone.
like 3 times in
Like almost back to back like that, right?
Yep.
And then we got our Mark 6 now.
Yep.
So they're gonna rotate around and do 4 again.
We got
As
2
like
variations of the Mark 6 in diecast because we had the original Mark 6 in diecast that came out a couple years ago, and then we got this new one with the gantry. So you're right. They went kind of.
But it was like, but it was kind of like the first. But now I know they're gonna rotate it. They're gonna give us another Mark 4, and then what will that be? 4.0. I'm not
Something
sure.
like
So.
Because then
Let's
they
see
play
here.
with the height of they play with the height on these as well.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, they do kind of change it up. So, Figurecraft says I have the Gantry Diecast 2.0 Mark IV 2018, 2019. Yeah, so it's about that time. Bob as well, man. Mark IV was the first of the original 7 to get the Diecast 2.0. So they're going to rotate it around. It's going to start 3s.
Yep.
They're, you know, and I agree. I don't know who just said it in the chat, but I just saw it that they're going to be where the hell did I just see it? I just saw her, guys. I don't know who said it in the chat, but yeah, the fucking house party protocol. They'll start doing those. They'll start doing those in diecast. So
yeah, we need those.
You know, yeah, they will. They will for sure. Thought I just saw Harry in the chat, my man. Where did you go? There you are. Funny story. I saw the blogger photos. Realized that the shiny figures are a nightmare to photograph, so I canceled my order. They are, bro. They are. They are. Let me know if you can make it or not. Let me know, bro. But you know,
naked, man, your reflection shows.
Oh, you don't photograph butt naked.
Yeah, you can't. It shows.
Learn that lesson the hard way, not on reflective surfaces. But yeah, no, I mean, look, either way, this is pretty badass. I put a poll in the chat, guys. Curious, yes, no, or I'm happy with the older release. Let me know. Okay, cool. Sounds good, my man. Now with that, I mean, I'm gonna grab them when I can. Jay, yay, nay.
Not a serious Iron Man collector, obviously.
Well, I know you will probably not. Jay, I'm assuming.
I meant
yay.
you, right?
I'll
Just
get it.
I'm gonna get it when I get a chance. You know,
Well, yeah, I'll get it whenever. I'm not in a rush. I got too many Iron Mans, but I do want it. I know you recently got the 6.
I'm gonna get it from my comic shop because I do not Tim Cent Iron Man figures because that's just financially irresponsible.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah. So when my comic shop gets them in, yeah, this bad boy will be coming home. Definitely. So I'm trying to go. I'm trying to get the original 7, get that all together, and I have them all. I just don't. Well, I need this one. It's funny. I need 1 and 2. I need this one, and I need the Mark 1 again. That was a long story. I had the Mark 1.
You did?
When they released. I did. I had it. I actually did a review on it, and then I think something happened. Oh, the damn DeLorean came out, and I needed. It's a long story, but yeah, but I had to get rid of it to something else. So yeah, but I need to go back and get that one. But so yeah, this one will be coming on. So at some point, I will have all the original 7 in there, all in the diecast, all diecast up. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a whole Hall of Armor. I'll be tempted to do a Hall of Armor, but it's just hard because these things are so awesome, and to have them just in that one pose, just in the, it's kind of hard for me. So
Well, certain ones I agree, but I think I'm okay with like my current. I don't have all 7 in there. I mixed it up. I have like the Mark 46 concept. I think I have
ooh, Charlie, you're right. That's a 20
something else. I got a few in there, but like the Mark 1 and the 3 and the 5 I have in there. And but you play around with it, you move them out from time to time. That's what I like about it, because if I take some of my other lesser known or kind of variant armors, I'll put those in the haul and then repose them. Just kind of cycle around and have fun. If you were I know not everybody's super into Iron Man, but if you are, it's always fun to kind of mix it up. That's all. So
I know someone who is.
Yeah, I mean, how many? Well, you are.
Well,
Why?
No, I'm not. I've got a few Iron Man. Iron Man, the first one. That's my jam, because that's where it began. But in the Discord this week, we were privy and audience to a pretty special treat. Bob Dylan unboxed a Tony Stark, the F1 car, the Formula One car. He had it custom made, and man, I know he's going to do a photo shoot. He'll be sharing that with the general public, but man, that thing was sweet. That thing was
pretty badass.
That's really cool.
Badass.
You can now take that camera off me, and
I'm looking around.
Hey, Anthony.
I'm looking around. Yes, sir. Oh, come on. The one I don't have.
Ooh,
sick.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
saw
the
him
hot-
unboxing that one. I was like, damn.
All right. Now let me be clear. Is this the Hot Toys one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it comes with lots of good stuff. Have you?
Okay.
So you've got multiple
Diecast too.
You got 2. No, this one's not diecast.
It doesn't
This
come to the diecast pliers and stuff.
Oh, are those diecast?
It's
You
diecast, yeah.
got a bad pink eye.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's all die. Yeah, that's diecast.
Really?
That's diecast, baby.
Wow, they are. You're absolutely right. I've never even opened these. I've opened the box before, but I have never opened these. So-
that's what I was wondering, is if this was like a blast from the past. You're like, I got this like 12 years ago. I've never opened it.
No. This one's
the time.
This one, I have to tell you,
Good morning, good evening grills with Rob.
this was on display for a while, but I didn't use the reason it's got the pieces, because you've got he's repairing the arm,
Yeah.
and then repairing the face, and then it comes with multiple weapons. But I always thought this is to me, as a bread and butter figure, it remains a great figure.
Yes.
It's a great figure. And
It does.
I do love if you've bought the New Wave Toys rugs or the carpets for your little arcade,
totally.
it matches the 80s vibe. So here's a character for its 40th anniversary, which is today. I'm taking out Arnie one more time. He's going.
Yeah, buddy. That's one I don't have. I have the police shootout Terminator from the first, but I still want the Tech Noir. And then I think I have everything else from T2.
Yeah, and he comes with the submachine gun, and then
Uzi 9mm.
Yeah, the Uzi 9mm, and then this.
Love it.
You gotta love that. You know, the sight.
Yeah.
And then he comes with a shotgun and multiple hands. So
Pretty awesome. Hector was saying one of my
Bit of
favorites in
pose.
my collection, but be careful with the diamond studs, Rob. They fall off on the
Yeah,
back
they
of the
do.
jacket.
yeah, well, I will just say, mine have not.
So far, so
looks
good.
That looks
And
good.
and you know, what's not to love?
No, it's Terminator.
Little Terminator on the thing. Yeah.
I miss those stands. I wish
That's
they
the
give us
old
those
school
stands
stands.
again. I like those. I like
Yeah.
those.
Well, you can buy
Yeah, you can buy
just
those,
the
yeah.
stands.
No.
Yeah, but just how they did them, like
Oh, they're
as stock, like included, right? Yeah, I
No.
kind of miss those as well, dude. But
What is this figure is like 12 years old, isn't it? This Terminator figure.
yeah, it's a while, man. It's a while now.
Mhm.
So I know we're getting some 2.0s, right? The T800 from T2, another T1000.
I'm surprised they didn't give that to us this year. Well, you know what? Well, shit, you may get that one in an artisan.
Yeah, I
The
bet
Tech
they'll-
Noir.
I don't know why I
yeah.
just see that, but I can see that. I can see
His
them
hair's a
doing
bit
all that
longer,
stuff.
you know. His hair's a bit
Mhm.
longer, so they could.
Yep.
Well, that would be fucking cool, man. You know, so well, all right. So as I kind of look, we have a few, obviously. So I'm guessing like CT, this one's going to be a pass then for you.
I actually might bring this in. This
Oh,
this
for
has a
fuck's sake.
connection.
Oh, yeah.
this does have a
All right.
connection to the first movie, right? This
It does.
was-
It's from Iron Man.
it's in the background, and that's kind of the little scene that I'm building back there. So it's not going to come in on the first round. I'm going in a different direction. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. What's coming
That's
up? But
fair.
this thing is sweet. I mean, as Iron Man go, the base is awesome. I know you've got the Hall of Armor. I do not. So just this base alone will work great. And USB, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yep.
The base is not the
Yeah.
figure is not.
Yep. Well,
I'm
you
trying
know,
to enhance because I can see their hands right here, and I can see
Yeah.
the camera that they're holding. They're not taking
Damn,
this
you can.
photo on a
Yeah.
tripod. Sorry.
I do not have many Iron Men, but I would like to add this and the Mark 1.
Yep. Mark,
Yeah.
Well, Mark 1's great. Yeah, it is. It's tough, man, because I think I have like I don't remember. I have 22 or 23 Iron Mans. So then you're like, well, when do you?
Yeah, I'm there too. I think I have what
Yeah.
10 die-cast Iron Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Wow.
look at that, how much is that?
Wow, look at that thing.
I try
Much,
not to do
too much.
math. I try not to do math when it comes to those.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this is not all at once, right? It's not all at once. This is over time. You know, we've curated these and whatnots, but still, it's like, when do you stop? I mean, kind of like what you were saying, but not like stop collecting, but like when do you stop with the Iron Mans? You know,
When you're dead. When you're
No.
dead, gentlemen. And, and Rob, we'll have a conversation later.
When you never
Off,
started.
off
Because-
screen, but
because there's
when you never start.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, the thing about it is, though.
Give him that pose. That pose looks good. I'm sorry.
that was good.
I mean, I guess you just keep getting them. What I don't like is here's the thing. Philosophically, when I've already bought a figure, like I used to think that I would buy the best. You want, like, how many Vaders have come out?
Shit.
And you want the best iteration of Vader. And what would that be? The Return of the Jedi Vader?
Yeah.
So
I guess it depends.
of course it would be the battle damage Vader that's on its way.
Yeah. But to me, that's not canon because it's from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I get it.
But I mean, you want the best version, and now there's never going to be a best version because they'll always make a better one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's always going to happen that way, but that's also subjective. I think Return of the Jedi Vader is still on my 2024 list. I don't have them yet, but he'll still get here. I'm sure it'll probably be my favorite in terms of figure, but
He's really
Empire.
He's really
Empire's
good.
still great. It's just now,
Well,
right?
you
You've got
can-
the head sculpt, you got the USB functionality, you
It's-
know.
I
So
think that's the definitive Vader, in my opinion. But if you ask somebody, younger, they may be feeling this new the Kenobi one, or the half naked Vader that's coming out.
sure, yeah, of course, of
Half
course.
naked. That's the Lael. That's his the butt naked Vader.
Butt
Right.
naked Vader.
Man, yeah, it's tough. I mean, I kind of get that with phones too, right? Because you don't have to get them every year. I mean, it's similar, I guess. If you're happy with the one you have, I mean, yeah. What do you think, man, Mr. P Rock, man? You're just jamming over there, man.
This is all foreign language to me. When you guys say Mark 5, Mark 7, I'm like, what the heck is going on? This is like Spanish to me right now. So this is definitely past for me, but it does look nice. It does look nice. I've never jumped into Iron Man. Thankfully, I never will, hopefully. Cross my heart, hope to die. Never jumped to the Iron Man. But it does look good. It does look good. I admit, like, I'm not a huge, you guys know I'm not a huge Iron Man fan, but this one actually looks different from all the other ones that came out. It is a little plain on the color side. I do wish, I mentioned before, I wish there was some kind of like color separation so you can see more of the detail, because up close you can see all that detail, but from afar it just looks like a plain white figure for me. So I don't know, but the base is amazing. Like I said, I never got into the Iron Man. I've never been an Iron Man fan, but I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy you guys spend your money, not mine. So keep getting those Iron Man and enjoy your Iron Man. And yeah, this is, like I said, this one you gotta be careful because you definitely need gloves with this one. You don't want any fingerprints. That's nothing with the shiny stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the shiny stuff because I hate wearing gloves when I mess with my figures. I like to feel my figures.
Sure.
But yeah,
You
it
get
looks
intimate.
nice.
That's what she
with them.
said.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Your background is so busy. I love it. Sorry, I'm listening to you, but I'm also like, I'm looking
he's
around.
He's in the club, man.
So, like, do you just like vibe in there when you're alone with the
Yeah, I
lights
do
like this? And
sometimes, yeah, I watch the fights here, so I just put the fights loud.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just watch the fights and just pass out in the bar real quick, and then wake up the next day and then go to bed.
I like it. I like it. Hector likes your Don King costume.
Don King, what the? Oh, the hair. Yeah,
Oh, it's fucking awesome, man. I love it. That's great, man.
Don King.
Oh shit, dude, that is
my
great.
God.
But it does look good. It does look good. I admit it does look good. Now I want to ask you guys, brother cousin. I wasn't able to ask you this before you ended your stream on Thursday.
Yeah.
So for you Iron Man collectors, I asked this on last night LWO.
Yeah.
What's the ratio? Like if you have 10 Iron Man figures, what's the ratio of displaying them with the helmet to the head sculpt only? Do you display more with the head sculpt or more with the helmet on?
That's a great question. You know what? It depends. Honestly, they all end up with the helmet on, except for the end game one because of the snap. That's just what it is. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the Mark 6 over here, because it's the first Tony with the rolling eyes and it's newer to me. And because he's suited, it's a suit up in that particular scene. I think I'm gonna keep the head sculpt on that one for a very long time because I just like the way it looks. I know some people feel that the sculpt is a little goofy looking, but I mean, hey, it's still
it's good. It's good. I'm gonna kind of, I know you asked Jay, but I'm gonna chime in too.
Hold on, in China, I'm throwing any Iron Man collectors.
I feel like I'm in agreement. Like with the Mark 85 battle damaged, I have to have the Tony Stark head sculpt on it because I'm like everybody else. I got him on his knees and he's snapping, and I got him USB'd so he's all lit up, and that's nice. The Mark 5 suit up is kind of supposed to be that way, so you have the head sculpt on because it's suiting up when he's on the racetrack, and then but the Mark 85 clean, I have him fully helmeted on and he's got the blasters connected with the USB, and so most of them, I agree, I have so many Tony Stark head sculpts, so it's like I'm just gonna start when I have some money getting some of the like topo suits and just making some Tony Starks because I also USB all my Iron Mans, so it's like you want to have the helmet on. Everything's lit up, and it just looks so fucking awesome.
It does.
And it's not that the sculpts are bad. I know like some people are kind of that way with the Mandalorians, for example, right? You're like, well, I love the head sculpt, but Mandalorians need their helmets on, so they'll, you know what I mean? So I guess there's there's preference to that, right? I mean, CT, you kind of can attest to that, right? I mean,
Yeah, for the most part, I'll leave helmets on clones or Mandalorians, unless the sculpt is really, But I'll also switch it up, sometimes just to get hands on with the display and give the figures a different look. So
yeah, because like we talked about it briefly before, but I mean, with the recent revision of Jesus Christ, Moff Gideon, right? The head sculpt's much improved, but he's got the cool helmet. So then you're like,
and that's
that was a hard one. That's a hard one because I went with the helmet. It's funny, CT. I had the helmet on him for I had the figure for 2 weeks now. So I had about a week and a half. So I had him with the helmet, but then I felt myself missing that sculpt because that sculpt looks so damn good. So I'm going back and forth with that one, but I think he'll end up being in the helmet, all said and done, for the forever pose. You know what I'm saying? Once the figure's not as new to me anymore.
Well, I think it also depends, guys, on how you want to set up your displays, because that's the cool. We all have ideas, right? And even though we could say, well, they're all the same figure, we're all kind of on this journey together, right? When a release comes out, right, we're all like, oh shit, okay, cool, Moff Gideon came out, and maybe most of us buy it. We have a couple ideas of what the accessories they offer us on how we want to display them, but then it depends on where you want to go, right? So in one case, and I'll just segue into this because this also came out, right? And you could be like, well, maybe maybe I want to change it up because I want these around in the collection too. And now all of a sudden, your idea that you may have originally had was, different, or, depending on how you accessorize with additional figures, right? Bob says, I'm sorry, but you can't cover up Rudy Bo-Katan sculpt. It's a crime. If it was a Starbuck, I'd agree with you, but still, Katie Sackhoff. So I don't know, but I'll bring this one up too because of course this is dropped, but I'm gonna stick with you on this though, CT, because you're collecting Ahsoka, but I don't know what's going on with the Ahsoka line exactly. If you're all in,
I am. Well, I'm not all in. I didn't get the Anakin. I don't think I'm gonna get the Rex, but I'll probably get him later down the road. But this guy, absolutely. I've got 2 of him. I think with Savage coming, and also the Mandalorian Kenobi. I think that right there is making a nice little set. And then of course you got Maul, Clone Wars Maul.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be more coming out of this Maul DeLorean group. So I'm loving it. I was, I was on here talking about, man, I got to get out the army building. I'm just going to go with one representation. But man, between Mandalorian Commandos and Clone Commandos, I'm back, baby. I don't.
Yeah,
I'll be building again. I don't care. It's bad decisions. I don't care. So, I got 2 of these coming in. Yeah.
Bad decisions.
I get 2 of these. We all do. And all the Commandos coming in, bringing them all in. Yeah.
So you think too?
This was labeled as Ahsoka. I thought this was Clone Wars because the pictures has Maul. Maul was not in Ahsoka. The promo pictures.
This works for both.
I know, but I thought because Savage came out, I thought when I first saw this come out, I thought it was a Clone Wars release, not Ahsoka.
Oh shit! I thought it was.
They're more known
I thought
for
it was the
Clone
fucking
Wars.
acolyte here, man.
Holy shit!
No butt cheeks, man. I'm leaving you no butt cheeks.
Don't make me take off my shirt.
Oh, what is up, my man Harry? Just playing. Okay, that was great. I seen him just standing in the background. I'm like, oh shit!
That was fucking awesome.
My man.
What up, Harry?
What is good? Yeah, you don't have to do much, man, to dress up. I mean,
literally, I just wear a sleeveless shirt, put my hair down, and call it a day.
Hell yeah, man. Harry just get out of the water.
Oh, man. Yeah,
That's
I just
good,
showed
man.
OSHA my dong.
That's a pretty funny one, yeah, man. Oh shit, dude. I'm sorry, but P Rock, you were saying you were.
Oh no, I thought this was Clone Wars. I thought it was.
Right, yeah, because it's Ahsoka, yeah.
The pictures, yeah, I was surprised. Like I saw Ahsoka label on the top. I definitely want to get one because I want to get at least maybe two to have behind Savage and Maul. That'd be cool to play, but definitely two. I kind of want to get two. I was just surprised to see Ahsoka because like the pictures, when I saw the promo pictures, I don't see anything with Ahsoka, and it's all like Darth Maul and other things. So I was surprised.
Well, if you watched Ahsoka, you would not have been surprised.
Yeah, but it was one of the small scenes. It wasn't long. It wasn't long in Ahsoka.
It's like one shot, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to. They were showing more in Clone Wars than they were in Ahsoka. And Clone Wars was way better than Ahsoka, anyways, too. So that's another reason I would think it'll be Clone Wars labeled.
Yeah,
agree. Well, so you're gonna get. You think
I would like to get two. I definitely want to get one. I would like to get two eventually. I'll get one, and then like down the line, I'm pretty sure it may sit for a while, so it may go discounted. So I'll probably get a second one like when it goes discounted.
Well, I don't know actually, because I correct me if I'm wrong, but and I know we don't always buy from Sideshow, but is he waitlisted on Sideshow?
I don't think any of the Ahsoka stuff is waitlisted.
No, there are. Marek is waitlisted. Enoch is waitlisted.
I stand corrected. You are right.
Yeah.
He's not though. He's available.
Yeah, he is not. Okay, he is available. Okay. Okay. So
Balin's
he may
still available too, right?
I don't know. I ordered my Balin should be shipping soon, so I don't know, but he'll probably be like the Death Watch Mando, but maybe not so many units made. Right. So like he may sit around for a little while, but then eventually we'll go out. So not too sure. What do you think, Rob? In it? Nah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You like it?
You know, I mean, you can never go wrong with more Mandalorians of any kind. You know, why not? And I think it's a smart, the thing about this is they don't have to pay for likenesses. So if you want to army build, these are the kind of things to do. I think this is a cool figure.
I do too. I'm gonna pass on it, but I do think it's cool. It is very cool. I'm not collecting everything Star Wars though, as you guys know, and I'm kind of been particular. So as far as building stuff, army wise, this one's not it for me. But he looks freaking cool, and it's good to have that opportunity for you guys, right? Because I mean, it sounds like you guys are both kind of interested in just getting two, but I mean, two is great by itself as well. I mean, you don't really need
the damn sand base. God damn.
More than two.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't.
No footprint this time.
Yeah. Even when I'm army building, I don't want to dive too deep because they'll release something else, and so right now I think 2 is a good number for me.
Yeah, I think two's good. What about you, Mr. Smokey?
Nah, I'm gonna pass on this guy. It's more for like I think the Clone Wars display mostly, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't see a reason to pick him up.
You surprised me.
There's too many things to buy, man.
Is that what it is? Really? Too many things to buy. Yeah, I thought you'd get at least one just for photography purposes with the other figures.
When it comes to Mandos, I'm only gonna get like the main people. Yeah, again, it's just there's too many things, man.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Did we talk about Savage yet? Because
no, we did not.
Him.
No, we did not speak on him yet. We will. But as far as the Ahsoka line, it is rough, right? Because we have to pick and choose. Like, I mean, my Thrawn just came in today, by the way. So
nice.
I have Thrawn and I have Balin, and I would like Enoch, but I didn't order him, and I'll have to hunt him down if I did. But even then, when I think of the Ahsoka line, I don't think there's much else I would get from it. Because it's a big line. I mean, Rob, you mentioned that shit multiple. Well, we all have, but yeah, I mean, it's a big fucking line.
I don't care. I'm gonna get Thrawn because he means something to me from someplace else.
Sure. Yep.
And I like that kind of stuff. But for me, I don't know. But there's a lot of the problem is all of those figures from the Ahsoka line are really good looking figures. I mean, from a figure standpoint, they're really cool. The colors, I mean, they're a really great bunch of, and I mean, talk about a display. Anybody who's going to go all in on that Ahsoka line is going to have. It doesn't even matter that it's from Ahsoka. I think anybody would come in and go, "Wow, that's really cool," even if they'd never seen the show. Having the entire line.
I agree, but I just
a great line.
I couldn't do it. I
don't blame you, man. I don't blame folks. There is so much great stuff coming out. You know, even as a Star Wars collector, you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, and I don't blame people. But you know, those who stick to it and do bring them home, it is a solid line. I'll tell you that. I'm surprised. I was surprised that they, number one, brought the Clone Wars into Ahsoka and brought us there, but they delivered a lot of the figures. I remember watching those episodes and everyone was like, I hope they make this. And it was like, really? And they did make it all.
And they did.
And they're solid figures. Wow. They are solid. When you try, and I've because there's so much good stuff coming, I've waffled a couple times, and it's when I look at that list where you cut, there really isn't much fat on that list. It's a solid list for a Clone Wars or Rebels collector. They delivered. They did.
Now you said it's a solid list, but do you think the show was solid enough for you guys to get all those figures? The show to me started off good. It just didn't end good. Like I don't like the way.
Well, like I said, I think you could. A collector's going to connect it to Clone Wars and Rebels, and I think there's a lot of that in there. There are figures that are just, Ahsoka, the series based, and you could probably get away with getting those. But even those, like Baylan and Shin, look amazing. And
I'm getting her too. Shin, yeah, that's right. Fuck. So
you
it's
see.
Like, yeah. But you make a good point though, because you have new characters like Baylan and Shin, and I guess you could say Merrick,
orange
right?
lightsabers.
You know,
we've never had that.
Right. So this is an interesting new master and apprentice kind of thing that we never saw before. New characters. So you may be invested and be like, "Oh, I like those. I want to get those." Then you are also like, "Hey, you know what? There's a lot of Rebels people in here. I like Rebels, so maybe I'm gonna go that route." You know. Yeah. Then there's Rob and myself. Be like, "Well, we like Thrawn for other reasons, so now we're gonna go get Thrawn." So I kind of get why they went deep in this particular line, because there's a lot of variety that people can kind of cherry pick which ones they want for their collection rather than you know what I'm saying, which really works. I don't want to get up really quick, and I think this could probably look a little better personally, but I just wanted to show you because I don't want to go get him, but Thrawn is badass. So
that's the Thrawn from Rebels. That's not the Thrawn from Ahsoka. That's the Thrawn from Rebels.
Well, this is the Ahsoka guy, but I was messing with Craig. But
that's not, you can't say that's Ahsoka Thrawn. That's Thrawn from Rebels, because that's inaccurate.
No, he's still got a fat suit. I'm gonna cut him open, dude. I'm gonna gut him. I am. I'm gonna gut him because look at the difference. The reason why I wanted to show you this is because look at Krennic and look at Thrawn. I'm sure you can tell the difference. Mm-hmm. He's got a pretty hefty fat suit. He's not as fat as the actor, but he still has this suit that kind of restricts him. And I want to slender him down. But anyway, I just wanted to show that. I don't want to go pick him up because that's he just got here today. But I just did a quick shot and fucking great. That's the thing, bro. We love. Thank you. Like we look
great together too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I was like, I had him hold this fucking pad. I was like, whatever. Let's just But anyway, back to it. I was just saying, there's something for everybody in this line, and I think that's why it's so extensive. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to get everything from it, but certainly you could if you really love it and you're like, fuck it, I want everything. But that's the thing. I never feel like I need to get everything from a specific line until you get too deep, like with you with the Deadpool when I was joking around earlier. It's like, well,
no.
You go so far and you're like, well, wait a minute, there's only like one or two left. I might as well just get the whole
go so line. Far, you just be like, fuck it. Might as well. And that's usually what happens, But this line right here, I've been saying it for about a year now. This is the line. I don't even call it the Ahsoka line. I call it the line of bangers because everything that's coming from this line looks amazing. This is Hot Toys at their best at their with the paint applications, LED lightsabers, rolling eyes. This is them at their best. And so this line right here is going to be a great line of figures. And I hate to say it, but I'm practically all in on this. I don't think I'm getting Marok. This one I'm kind of on the fence of because I wasn't going to get this one, but after really looking at it, I was like, damn, this really looks good. It really does look good. So this may be a one that I end up getting down the line for my comic shop, just like I got.
But is this a one and done, or is this like a rule of two kind of thing?
I'm trying to get better with that because looking at my collection, looking at my Star Wars collection, I do not have that many troopers, and Star Wars is. I mean, they're a big part of fucking Star Wars. So if I do the rule of two, it has to be some troopers that I really, dig. These look badass, but I'm not sure if I exactly need two. Just that, so I don't know. The jury's out on that one at this point. But as far as the line goes, outside of Marok, because I just don't want that figure. I don't think it's a bad looking figure. I just don't want it. There's so many other things to get. That was one that, if it was one that I could cut from the line, that was one that I could cut from the line and I would be fine with. But everything else, I'm getting from this line. Chopper, Hera, all of that's coming. Ahsoka the White, all of that's coming home. So I can't wait.
Okay. Well, that's a fair point. So most of you guys are kind of in, huh? Except myself and Harry, I would assume.
Yeah, I feel like with this guy, you would need the Clone Wars mall and at least two of these guys to have like a good display. And I
would be patient too. I would expect a female version of the Mandalorian. And then there you go. You have a pair there.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
But we're going to do it. They've got the armor. They're just going to paint it red. Put some horns on it.
I would also agree with you because we often do this, myself included. And sometimes it's a weird game. It's a weird game that Hot Toys likes to play with us, where we think, oh my God, this is out, this is limited. Oh shit, they didn't make very many. It goes waitlist very soon, so I have to get in on this. And then you're kind of like, well, when do I know when to wait, and when do I know when? To jump, right? And that's where I kind of want to bring up this next, because this is a perfect fucking example that kind of irritates me a little bit.
I mean, honestly, let's be honest, guys. All the shit that we have been being inundated with from all these different companies is never. I don't think there's been. And Rob, you could probably attest to this. And I bring Rob up because Rob's been collecting probably for a lot before pretty much all of us, especially 1/6 scale. Have you ever seen a time where you got all these companies creating 1/6 scale figures? We're talking about Caustic Plastic. We're talking about X06, Hot Toys, NR. When does it stop? So I think if you miss out on something, you'll be able to get it.
I do too. I mean, look, I've learned something about collecting in my life because I collect. The thing is, I collect a lot of different things. Like I collect spaceship models, and I collect books, and I collect movies, and I collect, action figures. And nowadays, you can get anything that you want. You might have to pay a bit more for it, but it's always out there. You can always find something. And I think that what's interesting now is we're getting, I mean, the quality of figures has never been better. And all of these, it's like an arms race between all these different companies. There's nobody who's going to put out bad figures because people won't buy them.
Yeah,
they have to. I mean, you even look at some of the
Ace,
like what So Toys did, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Mr. Freeze figure with the bunny slippers. I mean, that figure's incredible.
Yeah.
And you look at that, if that's what you want, if you want to get that figure, it's an incredible figure. And there's so much. I mean, I have a lot of figures back from the 2000s, movie figures, figures that were made by third-party companies. And the quality jump in third-party companies from where they were 15 years ago to where they are now is shocking.
Mm.
I mean, it's just astonishing where the evolution of the 6 scale figure for collectors has come. And we're living in a time that is it's just amazing.
It really is. I mean, I would say we're in this, I'll say we're like in a golden age.
I think we absolutely are.
Some kind of renaissance for sure, where like now everybody's coming out, multiple companies, and maybe it is a golden age. Fuck, I mean, yeah, I mean,
I
anywhere
don't think 6 scale has ever been this popular.
I literally feel like hand shy. I'm nervous to even mention things I want because they come out. It's like, boom, there you go. And it's like, you said you wanted it.
right? They're like, we'll
I'm
give
gonna
it to
say
you.
this. Well, I'm gonna say this right there. Hold on. Night of the Comet figures.
It's funny. I was just
There it goes,
talking
it'll happen.
about that movie last night. Well, the thing is, but you can get somebody to customize that for you.
That's right.
You know, now you can get, you know, with Bob Dylan getting his rooted hair, you know, you can get anybody you want to Mary Stewart. What's her name? Mary, the 2 girls from Night of the Comet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get those 2. You get Kelly Maroney is the younger sister in the cheerleader outfit.
Yep.
And then Mary Stewart from Last Starfighter.
Is it Masterson? That's not
Mary Stewart Masterson's. Isn't she the blonde from Some Kind of Wonderful? She plays Watts.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's messed up because his second brother just met her. The one from Night of the Comet, he just met her like 2 weeks ago. It's bad.
Well, one, that's awesome.
It's Catherine
Dude,
Mary.
I will tell
Mary
you,
Stewart from Night of the Comet.
There you go.
On a brief segue, man. Yes, dude. Second brother, man. He's been doing the rounds, bro.
He's met every fucking body.
Lots of people, lots of photos and autographs. Like,
yeah.
Kudos to him, man.
Yeah. He's killing.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, Night of the Comet is also 40 years old this year.
Damn. Well, actually, I mean, so is Goonies, so is Gremlins,
I don't even know
so
what that is.
Revenge
What
of
is
the
it, man?
Nerds.
I mean,
Goonies is
Night of
85, isn't it?
84, bro.
Is it?
It is 84.
Dude,
Damn.
everything's the fucking Ghostbusters, 84.
Every fucking thing is 84.
Nope. Goonies is 85, bro. June 7th, 1985.
That was 4. Okay, I
That
stay
makes
corrected
sense.
on
No,
Goonies.
that makes sense because that was 4. That was like one of my first.
But think about everything else though. 1984 has a fuckload of 40th.
Indiana
right now.
Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
What year did Short Circuit come out? Was that 84?
I think that was 80.
Yeah, I forget. Yes, Rock'em Chris. My poll is biased. Space is an illusion. Stoppings for the weekend.
Short Circuit was 86.
86. Okay, but I did put a poll in the chat because I am curious while we're discussing these things. When do you consider stopping collecting? Because we were talking about it a little bit, but I said 50 figures, 100 figures, 200 plus, or until I run out of room. Let me know. Bob Dylan, can we please stop talking about things that are 40 years old?
Yeah, thank you, Bob. I was just waiting for a segue to get back to this awesome figure at hand, folks.
You know what?
Listen, this is a game changer. This is if you the white clone commando, people are gonna buy this up, and I think when the white clone trooper came out, a lot of people misjudged. They're like, oh, there's going to be plenty of these. I want 6, but I'll just order 1 now, or I'll order them later, and boom, they were gone. And there were a lot of people who didn't get the clone pilot or the clone trooper. So if this is something you want, or something you want to build, this is definitely one of those figures, man. You could customize if you're going to do Delta Squad. You know, you could wait for Delta Squad.
Well,
right?
that's the problem because they may do the rest of Delta Squad.
I mean,
But
this is
why
pretty
wait?
impressive. Does it come with all 3 of those helmets?
No. So these are all different. So the
They're
middle
all
is
different.
the middle is Scorch from Delta Squad,
Right.
from Republic Commando, but I guess he was in Clone Wars or whatever, or Bad Batch. And then the Imperial Commando clone is on the right.
So didn't you just make one and make it a build-a-figure?
No, they're not going to do that. They're going to do that. They're going to take $700, $800 from you because
that would make too much sense.
yeah. So
But if you could build you could build giant squadrons.
Well, here's
Rather
my problem. I
by
really
3.
enjoyed Republic Commando, and like I said, we all love different facets of Star Wars. But Republic Commando, I loved the game, and I read the books, and I loved that shit. So when they saw Scorch, I was like, dude, I gotta get him. And I got him, and then I got 2 of the Imperial Commandos. 2, the guy on the right, with the gray stripes and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. I could do this for now, but now I'm like, fuck it, I'm selling one of them. I'm selling it. So if anybody needs an Imperial, I'm selling them because I will now buy at least 2 of these. That's the thing, right? Where you don't know, where you're like, fuck, do I wait? Of course, you think about it like, well, of course they're making clone molds. I don't think, the Commandos, I don't think they're going to stop, but I didn't know that this was going to be like right around the corner. And then that's how they get you. They're like, well, hey, these are timed exclusives, get in the queue, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, fuck it, I'll get 2. So my current setup in the room is that Scorch and 2 of the Imperials, but then I'm not going to buy 2 more of the plain whites.
This was a great price too, by the way.
$235.
The Imperial Commando, they got you $255, and Scorch, right, just for the paint, right, and maybe because it was an exclusive, $270. $270 for the one in the middle, right?
Yes.
So
yeah,
I mean, at $235, that is a pretty damn good price. And well, yeah, I'm getting a couple. I've got a vision. I'm hoping they give us those xenomorphs, because I know Maz he'll beat me to it, man. But I gotta have these xenomorphs, these clone troopers in clone commandos. Sorry, in xenomorphs going at it. That would be
cool.
That
would
when they
actually be
released
cool.
or they
That's
put out
That's
the Alien Romulus xenomorph is awesome.
That's
Right,
the
but
one I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll get 2 of those.
That would be
So,
badass. That would be really cool.
I'm very excited for all this stuff that's coming out, man. I am I'm back in.
You never
I think-
left.
I think
Yeah, I'm about to say you never left, bro. You never
It's
left
like-
the door. You were halfway.
Well, there's some phases you go through.
Well,
And they're piled, the POs are piled up high. They're releasing, they're coming in, and now I'm getting, the Christmas holidays is coming, man. I mean, all the holidays are rolling in, and I'm starting to feel it. It feels good. I know I've got a lot of great stuff on order. All that stuff's going to start rolling in, and in 25, I definitely hear what you're saying, Rob. You can get fatigue collecting, and in 25, and I've said this already. This isn't a surprise to anyone in the Discord. I'd like to, as a collector, focus less on the consuming in 25 and more on displaying.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. And just getting hands-on, because so much has come in, and I've just been, this is great on the shelf. This is great. Pose, boom, picture on the shelf. So I want to enjoy the collection a little bit, try to pump that brake, and maybe get out and enjoy some events and reacclimate myself with the culture.
Society?
I don't know about that.
Get some color on your skin.
So,
go outside,
wait.
get some air.
So hold on, I gotta bring you up. So translation is, maybe I'll go out of the basement and go see civilization.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, you can't take these with you, and you want to have experiences too.
Right.
And I mean, one of these,
Yeah.
one figure, you can go see a great concert with a lovely lady for the same amount of money a figure is going to cost you, and then you have an experience. You've got something that that you can take with you on in life.
But can you bring her back to your basement and pose her?
That's the thing.
Well, yes.
Oh no!
Good answer, Rob. Good
Come
answer.
on, man. That's
I know, I'll just
a
fucking
lovely
around
lady
them.
is, let's face it, the ultimate action figure.
In each
Or
dance.
you can give your figures experience and have them pose in the bedroom as you give that lovely lady posing sessions. They can
That
experience
was
everything.
kind of my she'll probably do too, hopefully.
Fucking crazy, man. No, I'm just teasing. But no, you're right. Like, and I'm kind of going down that road too, where, well, this year was a bit slow because of the statues. They've been killing me. But I'm in agreement. It's like, have so much stuff that it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. So focusing more on the display, fine tuning.
So let it come, my friend. Just bring in the energy. Just allow it. Let it flow. Do not block. Do not block. Allow those pre-orders and let it come in, man. Just
so we must be unburdened.
I'm sorry, Bob. Nobody wants to go to Florida. I'm sorry.
And just keep going, right? I see. I see. But yeah, P-Rock, man, you talk about these clones. What is up, man?
I have a rule, man. I can't collect something I never watched before. I haven't watched Bad Batch yet. I've seen Clone Wars. I do collect the Bad Batch, the group Bad Batch from Clone Wars. I saw them in Clone Wars. So I do have the Bad Batch figures. I haven't seen the show yet, so I'm honest. I never played the game. Haven't seen Bad Batch yet, so I don't know who these guys are. So I cannot, against my own rule, since I've never seen or watched it, I cannot buy these. But
think of them like Green Berets or like, special forces of the clones, where they
that's
would
my
go off
501st
on their
are.
own.
That's what my 501st are for. Like,
No, the 501st are
mine.
weak. No, compared to
These are-
Delta
these are
Squad,
special
yeah.
forces, man. Special forces.
Yeah, because that's more of a battalion. These guys are a
The
type.
501st to me, their suits have more story than these guys. These guys are too clean for me. Like these are the officers. Like they don't do shit. They stay in the office all the time. They tell you what to do in the military. The 501st is like the grunts, the enlisted people who actually do the jobs and get scarred up and have experiences and stories. These guys are too clean for me, man. Like, I haven't seen it yet. But if you
Is this your mission? Is this your mission to come in here and start a fight, P-Rock? Because I'll give it to you, man.
We'll do it, man.
Come on,
These guys
man.
are too clean. These are officers, man. These guys are too clean, man. These guys went to college and then joined the military afterwards, and they get the money, and they don't do nothing.
Well, when I'm talking Delta Squad now, the other guys in the middle and the right are not, but the actual squad is kind of behind enemy lines type stuff.
But like I said, I haven't played the game.
Whereas 501st is more
yet.
frontline.
Exactly.
Anakin, army versus
This is all related to Bad Batch, and he has a point. In the Bad Batch, they are now Imperial. They're making the transition. Scorch, right there. He is actually from Delta Squad, and he is recruited to train the Imperial Army. And now they start transitioning over the clones and everything. So all that is happening in Bad Batch, and that's what you see. So yeah, you're hitting right on. These guys are cleaner than Delta Squad and the clone Commandos that we will get from, and all that was out of the video game that came out in 2005, the Republic Commando, Star Wars Republic Commando.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's where a lot of people fell in love with Delta Squad. They had a brief appearance in Clone Wars, but yeah, I mean, they're special forces. They're awesome, and I think we'll see more of them. I definitely think Dave Filoni will revisit these guys on the animated side, and we'll see more. Is a big demand.
I hope because I like more of those special units, special forces than So I'm stoked, and plus, maybe a lot of people out there didn't play the game or read the few novels. I wish they would have made a fucking sequel to this.
Yeah, these aren't those guys. I get it. They are clean. Yeah, he's right.
They are clean, but they're cool, man. They're cool. No, hopefully we'll get the whole.
It does look nice.
Squad.
They do. I like the all white. It does look nice. Like I said, if I saw the show or played the game, then yeah, I'll be honest. But this is like new to me, so
But I can't sit here and let Don King over there tell me that they're too clean. I mean, they're not too clean.
Fucking Don King, right? Yeah, I love it.
I had a dream. Oh, that's Martin Luther King. I'm sorry. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, no, Don King was Mike Tyson, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're making everybody laugh.
Scrupulous figures.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I just fucking A, man. Harry, give me a counter argument here.
You're gonna be surprised. Yeah,
he will be with me.
He didn't play the game.
Phase 1. So, I didn't play the game. I mean, I watched that. I watched Clone Wars, but
you were lagging. Go ahead.
Oh shit! Am I still lagging? Am I good?
You're good now. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just saying, I'm a basic bitch, man. Like, I'm a sucker for Phase 1 clones. So, like, what the hell, Hot Toys? Give me Commander Green. Give me freaking Wolf. You know, where are those guys? You know, like, I want those before these guys. These are cool.
Yeah, more personality.
You know, it's just not, not for me.
They're coming. They are. Hold on to your buttholes, people, because
The
they're not
moment
letting
they
up,
announce
they're coming.
Gree and Wolf, they're coming home.
It's like speak of the devil and it'll jump in your face.
Yep.
That's Howard these days. So
Give me those Phase 1 helmets.
But I think that's fair. Like, I grew up playing the game, reading the books. You grew up watching Clone Wars.
Yep.
So it's different, right? You're like, oh well, fuck yeah, dude. I like, I gravitate more towards that. I gravitate more towards that. Star Wars is enough for everybody, I guess, in that sense.
For me, it was the 2D animated series back in the day. Like when you see those Phase 1 clones like blasting away, like to me that's the epitome of clone troopers, and that's what I want. You know.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. I don't know. Jay, I think, had walked away for a second.
No, did come here.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure if you're in an odd spot too in this situation, because I know you're not really, you don't really watch animated, and I don't know if you played the games.
I didn't play the games. I mean, for me,
Brother
this
Cousins.
is not. Hey, what's up? For
Yay.
me, this is not.
Yahoo!
Yeah, it's not. I'm not. I'm good. I'm good on these. This is something I don't have to get.
These are tidy whities, man. I like boxer briefs.
What?
What? These clones, they're tidy whities, man.
They're good. I mean, look, I'm good. I'm good on these. No, Jay was picking his nose. I was.
Oh shit! You got something mighty in there.
Yeah,
I just read that too. As soon as you said that, I just read that.
It was a good one too. Anyway,
How did it taste?
How did it taste? What the
Oh
fuck?
Jesus Christ!
You one of those?
nah.
One of those kids.
We had kids
We
like
were
that in
those-
elementary
That's not normal
school.
these days.
Oh,
We did. I had to
All
stop
right.
my daughter. I was like, "Girl, no." But yeah. But nah, it's they look great. But yeah, I don't need them. I don't. I'm not collecting Bad Batch. I have no connection to the game. I didn't play the game, so for me, they look dope, but I don't need them. I'm good.
okay. No, that's fair. That's fair, man. Listen,
Yeah.
you're not a Star Wars collector. I get it. No, I'm
Hear
kidding.
this shit. Hear this
That's
shit.
what everybody
Yeah,
says to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
That's-
Hear
That's
this shit.
that's
the
what
body
everybody
shot.
says
It was
to
a
me.
body-
Right? I'm like, fuck,
Update
man.
his file.
I'm not a Star Wars collector. Okay.
I'm giving you shit because everybody gives me shit. Like this fucking guy earlier is like, "What's up with the thumbnail? I see Star Wars." And I'm like, "Of course." I'm not gonna get that guy, but I mean, he looks good.
He looks dope, but he's kind of chunky.
Want that
Kinda
sculpt
chunky.
for sure.
Sculpt is amazing.
Yeah.
I can pull 'em out.
Yeah.
I got them all plugged in, shit. So yeah.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay, but you are you happy with with it?
Yeah, I am. I think it's dope. I'm glad I got the collection finished. So I mean, so far, we need the other two. We really need the other two.
Yeah.
Howard stop bullshitting. Give us the other two because he's good though. He's good. I think he's a good. They did a good job on the head sculpt. It was well worth the wait, and I said that in my review. So yeah, it's good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, he looks good. He does look good.
And this guy right here though, I'm kind of like.
Wait, what else we got? Yeah. I mean, dude, I know. I think you missed my intro. I did a Lost Boys intro.
Oh shit! How the fuck I missed
Yeah,
that?
you'll have to watch the replay.
Dude, I hope they bring
on
more
the
characters for that
intro.
line, man. That'd be cool if they make the other vampires.
This is why I heavily support this. Even though I think the sculpt could be better, I think it could be a little sharper. But the tailoring on this is, man, Sasho did their thing with the tailoring. I think it looks, the coat and all of that, and the boots look amazing. Like,
Bro, it pisses me off, man, because fucking he was in stock Thursday, and then I went in Friday to go buy him, and I searched for him, and he was not found. So I was like, "What the fuck?" So I filtered it to waitlist. I'm like, he fucking went wait like that,
Yep.
like. So, but it's Sideshow. They'll probably reallocate him, or I can grab him. I know a couple
they're
people
gonna
have them.
they're gonna bring
but-
him back. But the vampire mode is that's how you want to have him display it because he looks dope as a vampire. So, but it looks good. Looks good.
The soundtrack for that movie is one of the best. That thou shalt not do.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah,
song,
you missed my intro, man. Go rewatch it. It was cool. I did a little fun thing, but totally cool. No, I don't believe Mike it is, but that's not a custom saber for Kenobi.
No.
Hot Toys talk, yeah.
They do good. I mean, it looks good. It looks good on the camera too. It looks good. I mean, you can see how
dulls down.
Yeah. But still, I mean, for in stock, it looks good. I mean, I have CCFLs as well, but I mean, shit, I don't know some. I have CCFLs, but I mean, for what you get in the box, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no, totally, man, totally. What's up, Maz? Prefers the Red Man toys. That one's all right too. I don't have that. I don't have either.
Red Man toys.
I gotta see that one if he prefers it. Oh, Maz, me and you gotta talk, bro. I want to see that.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up when it came out. I was like, I wasn't too sure with the photos, but
Red Man toys are always disappointing, though.
Is that the rapper?
Yeah, no, that is the rapper, but
yeah.
So
it didn't. I saw it a couple years ago, and I was like, the more I looked at it, the more I was like, no. They have a Doc Holliday too, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
They didn't look. This one to me looks better. I think this one is definitely. I mean,
yeah, and you just did your review too, so I think you guys go check out Jay's review on him if you're interested in the Lost Boys. Let me bring this shit up, man, because while we're on Star Wars, things that we didn't think would necessarily happen.
This beautiful thing right here.
Hell to the yes.
Yeah.
Changed my whole direction of my collection. It did.
Well, and listen, we've talked about this in the past. A lot of us, different things, either in Discord or it's one-on-one or even on streams. But to think like, they were going to do it beforehand. You're right. There's no actor yet, this or that. But here, we have him, and I think their interpretation is pretty fucking spot on, man.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, we saw that.
I think this is their best looking Clone Wars figure, in my opinion. This looks fantastic.
So he's big. I think he's like heavy Mando big.
He's taller.
There's a photo in here somewhere as we scroll. We can compare him to the Clone Wars Maul. But yes, the snarl. This is what really sets it off to me is the expression, and of course with the rolling eyes to give you that look. I mean, but aside from that, he looks badass. It's cool they included the arm and they included the axe, so it's like there's a lot of variety going on here, I think, and it's difficult. This is one of those situations where you're like, well, I can pose him many different ways, and anyway, it's just really fucking cool, and I just kind of wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on it, but I'm not gonna really ask anybody in particular, so somebody go.
I'm just gonna say this I had said on several streams that, Clone Wars, I got a lot of Star Wars, but the Clone Wars is so deep I'm gonna try to, wean out of it, back my way out of it, because it's a line, all of it. You could just say I collect Star Wars, the Clone Wars stuff, and you can have a room full of shit at this point, and they're not going to stop, and this proves that they're not going to stop. But once I saw this guy, it totally changed the whole direction of my collection, because I was one thing famously, big bro, second brother always busts my balls about you need to watch Clone Wars. I remember when this guy and he is right, when this guy premiered, and he was telling you, man, he was like Savage Opress. I was like, man, it sounds like a dope ass fucking gangster rapper from the 90s. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? He was like, it's Maul's brother. I said, Maul's brother? What the fuck? And I got into that episode. I got into those episodes, and I was like, damn. So seeing this figure right here just took me back and was like, you know what? If I get this guy, I gotta go all in. And I know with some figures I gotta get.
No, you don't.
They're here, but they're attainable. The good thing is they're attainable. But
mostly, but what I mean by that, I don't mean to cut you off on that. It's just the line. This is kind of what we're talking about. The line is so fucking deep already. So it's like, you pick and choose your favorites if you're gonna go, because otherwise you're gonna go really deep. And
the thing is, if I get this, of course, I already got this mall. I had to get this mall 25% off. So got this mall, got him. We all know fucking Scythius would be shit. Scythius should be out probably next week or something like that, pretty soon. So you get that. That's a good start right there to have that right there, and then just work my way. And then General Kenobi, I can get him, and then I can get, and I already know I can get to Anakin. So I'm already there at a good place with those right there, and they're obtainable. I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get those. So I'm in. This changed the direction of this one figure changed the direction of my collection. But I'm sorry, it looks that damn good, and the character is dope as shit. And I always love the character.
Yes,
and I love them all. So yeah, I'm back.
yeah, I guess I can see that. I'm more of, I'll have Savage and Maul, but I have a different kind of setup too. Like they'll go with my other kind of villains. I don't collect a ton of the heroes of Star Wars unless it's like OT-ish. But for the most part, I think I have more villains than heroes, and by design, because then I can still kind of pick and be like, okay, that represents this represents that, and it's not like, but I have too much other IPs, so I can't go super deep. But
exactly.
But seeing this drop is like a big thing, not only because I didn't really think it was going to happen, but also as people noted. I mean, Ren's even said it. This is another thing that people were thinking. If they're going to do this,
hell yeah,
they'll do an Asajj Ventress.
I think you're going to get Asajj by the end of the year, straight up. Seriously, I can't see them with this figure. They have to have that. They have to. It's a must.
Well, what do you think, CT?
Man,
You're excited.
Yeah. Just the release of this figure is a sign that, because this is not a live actor action figure.
Mm-hmm.
This is them. They've only done this, I think, with Ahsoka. So they're saying, look, we are prepared to make anything Clone Wars. We don't have to wait for a movie or a streaming show and an actress or an actor to have the likeness for us to make the character, because that's what we were going on. Like, oh, he won't come, if there isn't an actor's likeness of that character. Boom, wrong. The other thing, they've invested in this. They have R&D in this character, and in other scales, he has come out without the full armor and the dress. He has a bare chest. He has a different look. So don't be surprised if you do see another one down the road, and maybe even a new Clone Wars Maul coming with a seamless arms and body, because those tribal, whatever you want to call that body, they're not tattoos, but they're markings. We might get that look. This character is great, man. With what he comes with, you get 2 arms. Right, you know how he lost that arm, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Right? Obi-Wan took that arm. So you got Mando Obi-Wan. You've got he also was dispatched by Palpatine himself, which might be arguably one of the best lightsaber duels in Star Wars, if you want to include all of Clone Wars and everything. I mean, that fight is something else, and that they portray that in the pictures in trying to sell this figure. So he's got the missing horns. I think those are magnetic.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I think that might have been pegs. I saw it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the interchangeable arm in his axe. I mean, this is he just looks great. I mean, the wrinkles, the detail, the snarl in the face looks great. I can't wait to get this guy in hand with Maul and the rest of the Maul DeLoreans around him. It's coming together. It's looking great. And it also, again, it lets you know, buckle up. They're serious about Clone Wars. They can go deep on this. They're going to go deep. Hasbro did. They sold a lot. Hasbro, arguably, I think they sold more Clone Wars than they sold any other Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
product.
I mean it's huge. It's
thought-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know the potential of this line. All the people they sold those early Clone Wars figures are now adults, young adults. So they're ready for this stuff and they're going to deliver it. And I welcome it. It looks great.
Rob, I want to talk to you about it as well, but I think this is like a top tier fucking release.
Oh,
but
it is. Even if you didn't know what it is, you'd
Right,
want to get.
right,
I mean, look
right.
at this figure. Who wouldn't want this? This figure is just all around. What an exciting piece to have on a shelf. I mean, I love it.
He's single jointed, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. If you look through all the photos, there's no, and obviously because of the arm, but the other arm they opted as well. I mean, I don't see anything double jointed in either of these photos. So, but I think that's fine. I mean, that's the way he is. He's a big dude. The axe is fucking awesome. I don't actually think I would rock the saber, to be honest with you.
What?
I don't. I think the axe is way too cool, man. It's way too fucking cool.
You can do both.
Just like Charlie said. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll mix it up here and there, but I think that's where it's gonna go. For me, man. Definitely presence and color pop, man. Sensational.
Yes.
You're definitely in. Harry, I know this is, you're not getting this.
No brainer. Yeah. Dopo. This was Dopo for me.
Yeah.
Like, just look at this guy. I mean, like, this honestly just gets me more excited for more things. Like we mentioned, we got Asajj. Hopefully, they will make one. And also, I would love a Clone Wars Count Dooku. Like, that would be awesome. Like, a scene of him training Savage. Like, that's what I want to do. You know, so, man.
That could still happen.
Sideshow also made a Ventress when they were doing their line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now, like, dude, we get a Hot Toys one? Shit.
Yeah.
That would look so, I mean,
It's a matter of, like, which one at this point. Like, do we want the one from the Clone Wars? Do we want the one from Bad Batch? Like, I don't know. I kind of want all of them.
I would go, well, I haven't seen her in Bad Batch, but Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I think
me.
the bald head is definitely more iconic for sure. So
Dooku in his pajamas. Yeah. Yeah, they have
yeah, exactly. That's what I want.
Tattoo.
I want
Yeah.
pajamas Dooku.
That would be fucking great. P-Rock, you down then? You talk about Clone
bro.
Wars here.
Dope. This, like, Hot Toys has blessed me this year because we got Kid Fisto, Savage, and even though Darth Revan's not an alien, he's still, like, he never shows his face. And I love Darth Revan, so they gave me 3 characters that I love this year. I know they're gonna come out this year, but still, they announced 3 characters that I love from Star Wars. And one of the reasons I love and I only collect Hot Toys Star Wars figures mostly is because the posability and the price. If you think about it, if this was been an MCU figure, this probably been like $320. The fact that it's $280 for a 13.5-inch figure with so many accessories, so many swap out accessories. You can technically buy 2 of these and have 2 different displays. One with the battle damage arm and the battle damage like the horns, and then one with the clean horns and then the regular arm. I love that. I love the fact, like, when I forgot the name of the game. What was the MMO game? There's like an MMORPG game that came out that you can.
Well, there was a
Star
couple.
Wars
There was
characters,
Star
and
Wars: The Old Republic, and then there was Star Wars Galaxies back in the day.
No, but there was one that came out for like the PCs and stuff. That came for the PCs.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. Oh, okay, so I created like Darth Maul's race is one of my favorite. Like I'm
The
so
Zabrix.
mad.
Yeah.
I'm so mad with the original trilogy because I feel like they wasted Maul. Maul was one of the coolest characters ever in Star Wars. I love the Sith character. I've always been a villain guy because the villain guys to me have more personalities than the heroes. The heroes are always looking the same. They're always human. And then the villains are always like some kind of alien or monster, and they have personality and they look different from each other. So I've always loved the villains and the aliens. So this guy right here, man, like, I love the Maul race. He was underused, and that's why they showed him in the Clone Wars a lot more, because I know they felt that character was underused because they wasted him in the movie. And I love this race. I love not only that, he matches me, man. He got red eyes just like me, so I love that too. That's one of my favorite things. But bro, like, this figure to me is fucking beautiful. I'm sorry for cursing. I don't know if you're PG.
No, whatever, dude. It's all good, bro.
This is fucking beautiful to me. This is day one for me, man. That Maul, I didn't pick up that Maul because I don't know. I already had 2 Mauls already, so I didn't really need 3 Mauls. But now I'm gonna have to pick up that Maul to go with this Savage right here. I love his character. I love his story in the cartoons. Dude, I'm happy for this, man. Like this is my year for Star Wars. I got 3 characters. The only thing I needed was a fucking Yaddle. If they gave us Yaddle, I would have fucking busted a nut everywhere, yo. I would have busted a nut everywhere to get Yaddle. Because those are oh my god, like this guy is so fucking. Like you said, the snarl. I love the snarl.
Yeah, dude.
I love the look on him, and then the protruding horns. Like his horns protrude way more than they do.
Yeah, they're
Maul's.
much more prominent than Maul's very short ones.
I'm gonna love this figure. This is definitely a buy for me. I'm hoping this is a sign that maybe we get the Spider Maul, hopefully in the future, or even one the sisters, like the witches and stuff, like that created him, help or made him the way he was.
Yeah,
it was that at least. Like
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm bad with names. I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. But this dude, like when I saw this, I was like, so when I saw this, I think they announced that was it WonderCon. I forgot which kind of convention it was. They showed him real quick.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that Wonder Festival.
I didn't want to get too happy, man. I saw it. I was like,
yeah.
They announced it. I don't want to get too happy.
Huge
man,
improvement. Yep.
Dude, I'm fucking. Ooh, this is like.
You're bursting over here right now.
I am. Man. I'm like, hey, man. To the windows, to the wall. That's me right now, man. Like Kid Fisto was the first one. Like Kid Fisto, I was like, oh, and then they had Red, and I was like, oh, and now this dude's, I'm like, I'm all over the place, man. And I'm telling you, Yaddle came, man, I would just be laid out,
blow up.
But dude, I'm loving this figure, man. I cannot wait for this. I'm hoping they continue with the CW, like the Clone Wars line, the cartoon. I would love, even though I doubt they'll do it, but the original Clone Wars, like the hand-drawn one, if they touch that line right there, I would love that too, man.
That would be crazy.
This would be amazing. But dude, I love Star Wars. This is the reason I collect Hot Toys, is for Star Wars. Predators too. I missed on the Predators, but mostly Star Wars. That's my shit right there, and this is definitely a must for me, man. This figure, this is beautiful for me. So yes, I am definitely getting this. Please give us more. Give us more with the Clone Wars. Please, please, please.
Wow, so you're definitely.
Oh, I'm all the way in.
Yeah, you're in.
I'm balls deep in this shit right here.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Everything.
Well, I think the general. I mean, I know some people aren't really a fan of him, but those who are, I think, this is a definite. The reception is very well received. I think it's fucking awesome. I don't think there really needs anything else to be said about it.
The axe is I was looking through the pictures that yesterday, brother cousin. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even came with the axe. So with the axe,
it's fucking a big ass axe, bro. I mean, it's like a halberd almost. You know, it's definitely. This is it, dude. This is
halberd. That's RPG talk. I love that, yo. That's role playing game. A halberd.
Well, it's a real fucking medieval weapon too. But yes, of course. I mean, but it's so fucking cool, man. I don't know anything else about this CT. Anybody? I mean, it's just fucking awesome.
So do you guys agree? Like, if this was the MCU, it would have been like a $300 figure, right? Like 320. This has been like a Venom price.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, I was surprised by the price as well. I really was. Because you're getting the size, the LED. We know the LED stuff the USB stuff shouldn't cost that much, but they like to upcharge it. They do what they do. But $280, pretty good, pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, you bring up a good point, man, because Star Wars, for the most part, is cheaper. It really is. I mean,
and that's what I don't get, because they have more pulls, because the suits they don't have the suit restriction that you have at MCU. Like most of the tight suits, stuff like that, is going to damage the figure over time. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't understand. Man, I don't know. I just love Star Wars.
Yeah, man. Look, at Charlie, I think it could be Wrecker repurposed, the body size, but I don't even know if that Wrecker was the heavy infantry Mando body or if it's a new one. But it's definitely one of the larger, right on the larger end. So of course they're going to reuse what they can reuse. They're not going to. The bodies are the most expensive thing to make in 6 scale. So if they have something that they can fit, they're going to do it.
Really?
He's
I
gonna-
thought the,
Yeah.
I thought the head sculpts would be.
No, man, designing bodies is not cheap, dude.
Okay.
I mean, for real, it's not. Sculpts aren't that bad. You commission somebody or you have somebody on hand that's really good at head sculpting, and then after that, it's the molding and going into production. But to design a body that's specific to that individual, like some people just have very particular bodies, and you want to try to match that
Gotcha.
as much as you can than just having like a generic 12-inch figure. Like there's a lot to go into that if you're designing.
Yeah, there's more engineering involved, I think.
Yeah,
Makes
they're really expensive. So if they have a body that works, they're gonna reuse it. If they're like, oh, this is fine, this fits the proportions that we need, we don't need to make a whole new body, because that is very expensive to do. But
I may have to pair him up with my Commander Krug, the Klingon commander. I think might have a nice
How
little
dare
menu.
you?
why not? What do you mean, how dare you?
How dare you? This dude's way more menacing than whoever that person you mentioned is. I don't even know who that person is. You mentioned Star Trek. You
What?
can't. There's no way.
bro,
There's no
starting a
there's no
war
one in
here.
Star Trek that strike fear in my heart like this guy did.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Name me one. Name me one badass from Star Trek.
On
Who?
Ooh,
Khan.
I'm about to kick him out of the stream.
All right.
How dare I? How dare you
Han's the
put
man.
that
Han
silly
from
wig on
Star
your
Trek.
head?
Not Han Solo, but Han from Star Trek. That's the man, man. He's fucking
The
terrifying.
old Khan, right?
Oh,
Not the-
Khan.
said
Oh, these are
Han.
Han.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Not,
Jesus. Take
not
off
Benedict
the
Cumberbatch
wig.
Khan, right?
Yeah, no,
All right,
I'm
the
just
Wrath of
saying.
Khan.
Like,
Okay, I understand that. I think it's a Han. I remember Khan, the Wrath of Khan. I remember that one.
I gotta look at you and see if you're full of
So
shit
you
right
say.
now. Right, I think he's winging it.
No, I
think he's
do remember the
winging it.
Wrath of Khan because the J.J. Abrams, like the second movie, did he do like the Wrath
Oh,
of
get
Khan?
out, get out. Bye.
I knew that's gonna get you. I knew that's gonna
This
get
fucking
you.
guy.
I knew J.J. was gonna get you.
That does not count, bro. That does not count. Nah, but he's fucking awesome. He's awesome. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm just loving you guys. I'm just pushing buttons.
No, you're good.
I'm
bro.
button mashing.
You're okay. I don't want to like. I'm gonna wrap here in a little bit, guys, but I should still bring this up. Speaking of Marvel, but I'm kind of like, this is why I saved it last, because it's kind of like, really, and that's just my opinion, or maybe it's the panel's opinion. I don't know. I like the darker color, but what the fuck?
It's like Toy Biz all over again. I feel like when Psylocke was Polaris, when Polaris was Jean Grey, when Jean Grey was,
That's good.
you remember that? You remember that shit? You
Yeah.
go into KB and you
No, it's a
was
good
like,
call. It's a good call.
oh my god, this is what it is all over again. But instead of being $7, it's like $307. And come on, man. Come on, it's like y'all just print money now. And if you're gonna try to sell us with exclusivity, I mean, I said this before, I'll say it again. You're gonna have to start giving us some damn numbers on the boxes or something, guys, for real. Because it's only limited 2,500. Come on, we're not falling for it anymore. We're not. Now, with that being said, it does look good, but I feel like we just got it. You know, you just changed the color. You didn't do shit.
Yeah, it just kind of changed the color. So but I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. It did get announced and released like right away.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if anybody has any real
There
thoughts on
was
this.
some
or-
love for this in the Discord. I know Dylan was a big fan, and
God.
the video game stuff doesn't really speak to me like it does, maybe
For
some
others,
of our
yeah.
younger collectors. But I can see how you can get fatigued on this video game stuff real quick. And we got Wolverine, his game coming out soon, so you're gonna get 100 Wolverines from that too. But I mean, this
You will.
looks great. I can't argue. This looks great, and I know we've just gotten like, I don't know, 3 or 4 other Spider-Man that look very similar. They've got the arms, they've got that, look, but looks great. Not for me, but I do know there is some love out there. But as of today, it's an exclusive figure, and as of right now, it's still available. 2,500 pieces on this, but yet has not sold out.
That tells you something.
Yeah, and then and look, I like the color. I do prefer the darker color, but it's just whatever. It's a business. It's Hot Toys. You know, I mean, it's an option if you want to get it. If you don't want to get it, you skip it. But I was interested in hearing your guys' thoughts, and everybody in the chat, if you guys were like, oh shit, this is the one I really fucking want, and I'm super excited, or if this is just kind of a pass. But you know, and I kind of agree with you too, Jay, on that sense. It's kind of like, well, wait a minute, is this an exclusive thing really, or you know,
it is a 2.0.
I mean, yeah, the first one just came out.
Yeah.
What was that, Harry?
I was saying I honestly can't get down with the black and red, man. Like, to me, that just doesn't scream Spider-Man. Even the upgraded suit from Far From Home, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
It's red and
agree,
blue
but
for me.
that
Red
was
and blue.
actually the reason why people were citing that they loved it. It's the black suit.
So
It's the black
interesting.
suit with the white spot, and it's like, okay.
It's so
But-
interesting to me.
Hey, I mean, listen, I just went nuts on clones.
sure. No, listen,
Clones that are too clean, apparently. P-Rock.
I went nuts on fucking
I'm not gonna,
Iron Man.
Do you
So,
guys
yeah,
have
I mean,
the regular 2.0?
no, I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Get this?
I've
got him at all?
dude, I had like, I think I had as many fucking Spider-Mans as I do Iron Mans at one point.
I'm looking at X-Men Supremes comics, Reebok Spider-Man.
Well, listen, you, Jay. I know Jay. You
see
remember?
that. I cannot unsee that now.
Yeah, it's
No.
I had like 20 something Spider-Mans.
I remember.
I got rid of, and because I love Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
they're all gone. The only thing I have left is classic Spider-Man. Like that's,
You've
and I've been
evolved.
holding the line, dude. I'm like, you know what, fucking, I got Spider-Man.
I
The
really don't like
Spider-Man,
the spider
you know?
legs. I gotta say.
I don't like the legs either, but they're not.
I
They're gonna
always-
again. This is like with the body thing. They're gonna keep using these things because they made them.
And like, you have to put the caps on, and just looks so stupid with the caps on in the back. I
Kind
just
of
can't
ruins
stand
it, doesn't it?
It really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Looks good though. I mean, it still looks good. Like,
It does
yeah.
look no, it
Sure,
does
yeah,
look good.
yeah.
No
It
one's denying
does.
that. Yeah.
It does look good. It does.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, we're fans.
Yeah, but
so
I
of
don't.
course we're
but
gonna.
I don't want. But I don't want to spend, $300.
No, I agree.
$300.
And with others in the chat, we're saying like, and the anti-venom suit would have been cool. There's
Yeah,
a
that
few
would've been a
others
cool one to go for.
Yes.
that they could do,
yes.
and I feel like
Yeah.
I think the reason I'm a little burnt is because in the PS4 Spider-Man, we got like 10 figures, and they were different.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know? You got Scarlet, you got 2099, Antioch. I mean, there was a lot. Spider-Punk, and now in this game, I feel like we're just getting the advanced suit again, like multiple times.
There are folks though that they want to have everything. They aren't restricted with space. They are we've got a couple, but our boy Chris Rockamon, the storage collector. They just boom, got it, put it in a storage unit. They don't have
Sure,
to worry
of
about
course,
fitting it. Too many Spider-Man. So I'd venture to guess that he probably grabbed one of these too.
Probably. I mean, and there's something to be said too as being like
Looks nice though.
a
The more I
collector.
look at it, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, it looks good.
Here, I'm like you, man. I never liked the orange, man. Like to me, that's not Spider-Man. That's Iron
Yeah.
Man technology, and that's when when Spider-Man went downhill. When he went Iron Man, that's not Spider-Man no more, man. Spider-Man's the web. He crawls in the wall, shoots the webs. He doesn't need to look like a spider. I never liked the mechanical arms. I never liked that. I never will have that in my collection because to me, that's not my Spider-Man. My
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a regular suit. Classic suit is the best Spider in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, same. That's why I stick with that. Now, I mean, it's hard because I do kind of want the black suit and I do want Superior Spider-Man because I liked that comic line.
And
But
that
I
over
also
this,
like
yeah.
the clone stuff with Ben Reilly, and I also like 2099. I mean, I grew up reading those, so it's like
Yeah.
you gotta be like, fuck, I don't know though, I can't, So if I'm just like, I had Spider-Man, that's cool. It's cool.
And then
you know?
this is coming after that black suit was amazing. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
liked that. So to have this,
I
and
grabbed it.
you know what I'm saying? It's just so
Mhm.
much. It's like, okay, enough with this. Can we see something different at this point? I think people are a little burnt out.
Yeah, and yeah, dude, some things will sit, of course, because a lot of us feel like, oh shit, like they're just gonna do another one, or maybe I'm gonna wait it out for the other one I want. You know, when we talk about the clone Commandos a little bit ago, right? Like, well, shit, well, maybe I'll wait because maybe they are gonna do a clean one, and they did a clean one, right? So it's like that's always gonna happen with some of these types of IP. Spider-Man for sure, and CT you mentioned as well, right? When Insomniac releases the Wolverine game, oh yeah, we'll get Weapon X, we'll get X-Force, we'll get fucking you name it, like.
And Hano is going to keep coming at you.
Yeah, and Hano's got 3 of them already, so it's gonna be tough.
These are good problems to have, people. Let's just breathe.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
That's
Hell
true.
no, get out of here.
Panic.
Oh, well,
You don't have to buy it all.
I'm tired of the rinse repeat stuff. Get out of here. And then you're gonna make it exclusive just to try to sell it. Get out of here.
Gents, I'll be right back.
Okay, I get. That I
get
understand.
everybody wants it, but you don't have to buy it all. Just pick your lanes.
Well, see now, you're right, because this is a lane, like Brian's saying here, dude. Fucking bombastic bag man, I would get that, but I would get that because it's very particular. It's the Venom arc, if you know Venom, and so if you like that, if you liked ASM like 297 to like 306, right, like that run, that happens, and when Johnny helps him get the fucking suit off of him, he's naked, so they give him a Fantastic Four outfit, and people still don't know that Peter Parker's Spider-Man until Civil War. So he just puts a paper bag over his head to fucking web sling home real quick because he doesn't have a suit. And it was a one issue, that was it, that he wore that. It was the bomb, so it's like, but that revolves around the Venom story. So if you were collecting that, right, you're like, well, I want a classic.
They would
I
have
want
to
a
give us
bag
an actual
man.
They might do that.
Right.
in Secret
Actually
Wars.
give us a Venom, comic Venom, not that fake shit they give us recently.
I can't deal with Goo Man 3.
No,
that movie is
that's not comic
shit ain't
Venom.
even Venom. So
That's not
Goo
comic
Man.
Venom. He needs
yeah.
webs. Venom, comic Venom shoots the webs from the freaking arm. They're not symbiote webs. He needs webs. Doesn't have all that weird. I don't know. It's just, that's not comic.
Yeah, that's crazy. Tim says when he went to the black suit, that's when you quit reading. A different age too, though, right? I think because I was like 6 years old or 7 when the black suit came out, and you're right though. He was wearing the suit for a while.
That did kind of fracture
it
the
did
comic community a little bit. Some people did not dig the black suit. They were,
But I remember
So,
like my mom taking me to the comic book stores on Wednesdays or whatever, new comic book day, and it was like, dude, for a long time he was just in the symbiote suit.
Yeah.
So I kind of grew up in that era though, where I was like,
we were around the same age because I grew up seeing him in that black suit a lot. I mean, I knew, of course, I've always seen him because I was seeing reruns of the cartoons, and for all of us growing up in the 80s that watched like Muppet Babies, you would see, Spider-Man at the end. So I knew what he looked like, but I remember in comic when going into my earliest memories of going to, it was a comic store here in Maryland called Troy's. And I remember seeing him in that black suit a whole bunch back then.
So for me, that's kind of what I was introduced to at the time. And then X-Men was, I still think, Claremont at the time. And it wasn't until I was like 11 years old, and then like Jim Lee rebooted, and it was all different again. And then, of course, I liked that too. So, but that's like the era that I think we always gravitate to that though, right? Like we're not, unless sometimes we just really like new shit. But I feel like a lot of us, we remember what we remember when we were young, and that's what we were first introduced to, whether it's Clone Wars or the prequels for some, or OT for others, or this is the X-Men run. You know what I'm saying? Like, or this movie came out, like Predator or fucking Terminator. Like, we remember those good times. and that's what we're used to. So it's hard sometimes when you're like, is the new stuff better, or do we have nostalgia goggles on, right? Because this is what we were into. So I was like, hell yeah, Black Suit Spider-Man, you know, fucking things like that. Even though there's semi-newer stuff like Agent Venom, that storyline was really cool. That's a fairly new, I'd say, you know, 15 years now, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so you can still enjoy the new stuff, but I think we gravitate towards like what we
Yeah,
were into, man. You know,
my era is McFarlane era. Spider-Man McFarlane. That's my era right there, man.
yeah,
That
yeah. When
McFarlane-
McFarlane
that's the Venom
rebooted
I
him,
want. I want
Torment.
McFarlane Venom, man.
Yep.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Give me that shit. I'll be
Hell
happy.
yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm with you, man. So
I love the Electric Company Spider-Man. Are you kidding me? That was when he came on. I was like, ugh.
man, it's good stuff, man. 90s Marvel and DC will always be top tier for me. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think. Well, and the thing is, on that, before I wrap on this, because we are probably gonna wrap here in a minute, guys. I will say this: the 90s, though, bro, it was fucking crazy. Because I don't know how many of you guys are comic heads in the chat, or even everybody on the panel for that matter. But the 90s was like, you want to talk about like oversaturation and franchise
I was there.
fatigue. Yeah, I mean, we have. It's like what they're doing now with like a lot of streaming shows and shit like that. It's just like too much, and that's what the 90s was. And there was some good shit there, but they mass produced fucking everything. I mean, like that X-Men #1 is not #1, but the Jim Lee was $1.25. It's still like $1.25 if you go buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they
so many of them.
They made like 8 million fucking copies.
Death of Superman. Oh my
Same.
god!
And I loved that. I loved that, and going into yeah, and then you went Funeral to a Friend, and then the fucking Reign of Superman. But they made millions and millions, and I mean, there's a handful of comics from the 90s that are worth anything.
And the funny thing is, everything like in 2000, like from 2005 to 2008, is worth big money. I just sold Gunslinger. I had 4 copies of the Gunslinger Spawn, like part 1 and part 2. I just sold the set for $1,000 for both of the books.
Ooh.
And that book was produced in 2008. And I remember just having them. It was ridiculous.
Well, and some will, but I mean, I would say like, I'm really trying to think here. If you have, and listen, there's tentpole events too. There's tentpole events.
Mhm.
I shit you not, it was 2010, 2011. I had a guy come into the comic book store. This is when I was working at the comic book store at the time. He brought in an Avengers #1, and it wasn't even that great. I would say by just viewing it, it was probably like a 4.0 if I were to grade it myself.
Yeah.
Gave him $100 for it, and not that big of a deal. But go look at a 4.0 CGC grade Avengers #1 now. It's like $2,000 minimum. So it's like, it's crazy, and you wouldn't think that, but there's these events that happen. New Mutants '98 was never a big fucking deal. That's first Deadpool. Never was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Sky fucking rocketed. Batman Adventures 12 was the first comic appearance of Harley Quinn.
Skyrocketed.
$40, you know. Now it's worth a ton because of these movies, right? So there's certain things. I think it was it Iron Man 86? I don't fucking remember which one it was. The first Thanos or whatever. Like that wasn't worth much. Then boom, like it just.
Yeah.
But other than that, you didn't have a lot of. Well, that wasn't 90s. But the 90s didn't have a shitload of. It was oversaturated. So now there's like a handful of comics that are like, okay, these are worth something. 56, thank you, Mons. I knew it was something like that. So, you know, it's crazy, bro. It's fucking nuts, dude. I don't know. We'll get into comics, but anyway, I digress. But my point really was that, you know, we gravitate to kind of what we grew up with, and that's cool. You know, the new shit's good, but I think we're all about getting the old stuff that we like. So, you know, there's look at that. So I don't know. You know, anyway. Hey, what's up, Nightmare? How you doing, brother? I'm just about to wrap, but otherwise we'll get into this big comic fucking whirlpool, which we could do sometime. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Other than that, anything else just on your mind?
You mentioned the My storyline. So you said they're doing. I only saw Crow. The Labyrinth to me is tricky because that's an old school line. Like not many people. I mean, I know.
Jared's gonna sell though.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's David.
He's probably
Bowie.
if done right. I think
It'll
he'll
sell.
probably
Yeah, for sure. Then they're
For
doing
those-
Conan and the
Yeah,
Crow.
Conan the Crow intrigue the Crow in full leather intrigues me. That really
Yes.
intrigues me. But you said you
Yeah.
mentioned another line that he's doing. What was the other line you mentioned?
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
Oh my god, that's the one movie I still to this day I cannot watch by myself.
Oh,
Me
well,
too. Me
they,
too.
they
I
will
cannot
be
watch that shit.
Me too.
they will be doing it. So
You think
yeah,
you have you have the scene where she puts the cross in her toto?
well, I don't know if they'll do that, but yeah, they're gonna, you know.
Sure they will. Teenage girls all over America.
Yeah, I gotta ask.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, they're making her and the priest, so that'll be cool, and they'll have the bed, and
They got the throw up scene. They gotta have that throw up scene, like the heads.
that'll be the maestro line. So they'll, you know, have the rooted hair and the rolling eyes, and yeah.
Your
I
mom
would-
cleans
that's
dirty
gonna be
socks in
interesting.
hell.
Yeah, that's
yes,
gonna be.
yes.
I didn't know they had that line. It actually, that's gonna be interesting.
the sow is mine.
I would recommend you guys watch the interview I had with Caustic Plastic with Fabio. It's on the channel. If you didn't watch it, go check it out, man. He's an awesome dude, and two, there's a lot of info there, man, and they got a lot of cool shit coming. So,
No.
Other than that, dude, I think we're probably gonna wrap, man. I'm just gonna say thanks to everybody. I know it's getting late. We'll probably just wrap it here. But next week, be safe if you're doing the Halloween stuff. Like this guy over here. Don't run into people like P-Rock, and if you do, cross the street. And
If you do, puff pass, motherfuckers.
or that.
Yeah.
Don't hold that
Yeah.
shit too long.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably about it. We'll probably just go ahead and wrap unless anybody's got anything coming up on anybody's channels.
Oh, so we're doing there will not be a best of the best, a live best of the best because it's Halloween night, but we will be airing a Halloween special, pre-recorded on Halloween night, at 8:00, in the place of best of the best. So it's best of the best, but it's pre-recorded Halloween special. It's going to be a real cool show. Please watch that. And then also, I think maybe next week, if not this week, this coming Tuesday, it'll be the following week. I'll be doing an interview with Sean Dabbs, the sculptor of Jazz Inc.'s
Excellent.
wonderful Catwoman.
Yeah.
Along with, I believe he's also done some Exo 6 stuff as well. So definitely, it's gonna be great to have
Sean's
him
a great
on
dude.
the show. Can't wait.
That's
Can't
gonna
wait
be
to
awesome. That's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Rob, my friend, I know you've busy.
Yeah, I mean, work continues on my audio drama.
Congratulations on that too, man. It looks
It's so good.
Talent.
Oh, yeah, I
So
don't know
good.
if you guys listened to the Jeffrey Combs.
I did, and all I kept thinking was like Liquidator Brunt.
Yeah,
Isn't
that-
I know, but it was him. I was like, "Yo, it's Jeffrey Combs, man. It's fucking awesome."
yeah, it's people are gonna love it. I hope. You know, it's just a question of will it make any money? Who knows? You know, because each episode's $2.99. I hope people like it enough to purchase it, so we can do more.
I would say everybody. Now, where's it going to be? I guess I should.
It's going to be everywhere where you get podcasts, and it'll be
like
on
so
our
they can do
website.
iTunes or wherever.
Yeah, you'll be able to go do all of that, and you'll be able to get it in either 2-channel stereo or 5.1 if you want to listen to it that way. And yeah, did somebody say? Are they doing Dawn of the Dead figures? Somebody said Fad Gadget in the chat says it was a great stream.
We wanted to talk more about it, but not certain.
Wow.
Yeah. That's dope.
That'll be intriguing.
But I will say this, and I appreciate Windman as well, as I'm sure you do, Rob. I would say if you guys really want to check out Rob's audio drama, it's gonna be badass. Dude, $3 an episode. Dude, fuck it. That's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I think people are. I mean, I'm even blown away, and I'm making it. I mean, I can't. The more I work on it, you know, as I work, I do the final mixes for episodes 1 and 2 next week. And the way we're going to drop it is the first 2 episodes will drop. I want to do it on November 8th, but that might be too ambitious. And then every Friday, we're going to drop the new episode at 1:00 in the afternoon. So it'll be available for East Coast when you commute home. on Friday.
Sure, yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it'll drop every Friday up through December 27th, and December 27th we drop the last 2 episodes 9 and 10, chapters 9 and 10.
Do they
That's
have a rough time frame, or are they just, however, if the chapter was a little bit longer, the chapter's a little bit longer?
They're between like around 30 minutes, give or take.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
it's going to be about 7 hours total.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Yeah, like
the
the first episode is 35 minutes long.
Okay.
But it's and it's got everybody from Katie Sackhoff to Bill Sadler, who was deaf in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He was in Shawshank
him.
Redemption.
Love him.
Anthony
You might
LaPaglia.
be a king or a little street sweeper.
Yeah, he was the villain. He was the villain in Die Hard 2.
awesome.
Anthony LaPaglia is in it. He plays Al Capone. David Strathairn, he's been like the Bourne movies, and he plays Frank Nitti. Michael Rosenbaum is, of course, the lead, plays Nathan Heller.
Amazing.
But yeah, we've got Big Pussy Bumpensero,
What?
Vincent
Ooh, pussy. I
Pastore
like big
from The
pussies.
Sopranos. He's in it.
Yeah.
He plays Campagna. Louis Lombardi from The Sopranos in 24 is in it, and so is Severio Guerra, who they're all in The Sopranos. They're in it.
You have
and-
everybody that has a great voice.
Yes.
Is on this thing.
And that's the thing that makes it so much fun to listen to. Is like I'm editing it. It's really difficult to make, because the whole premise of this audio drama is it sounds like a movie. It was written like a movie, and it sounds like a movie. So it's not like a book on tape, and it's not like your audio drama, a normal audio drama. It's fully immersive. It's got an entire soundtrack. So it's
I'm gonna
really,
get fucking lost in it, dude.
it's really, really great. And it was written by Max Allan Collins, who wrote the graphic novel that Road to Perdition was based on, and he adapted his own book. And so the script is really the best part about it. And it was the kind of thing where it was really interesting, because when I started out, I was just asking people that I knew, like, hey, come do this thing. But once I read the first script, we kind of had to change direction. I'm like, okay, this is an A-list script.
Mm-hmm.
I hired a supervising producer who's also the casting director. C. Thomas Howell is in it. It's crazy. The script,
Yeah.
if this
kinda
were a
grew on
TV
its
show,
own,
Amazing.
it would be a total streaming series.
I hope
Well-
it does amazing, and I know it's too early to say anything, but damn, this sounds like if it jumps off and does what what you expected to do. Do you think feature?
Well, yeah. Here's the goal. So when I read, there's 19 books about this character, and the premise of the show is, it's called, the first book is called True Detective, but that title was taken. So the overall series is called True Noir, because the gimmick of the show is all of the books deal with actual historical events and real people. The detective, the main character, is fictitious, but he gets involved with, like, the first book takes place in 1932 and 33, the first story, where Prohibition is ending. We're 4 years into the Great Depression. Al Capone has been jailed. He's been sent up for tax evasion. And the Chicago World's Fair is going to happen. And Frank Nitti has taken over the Capone mob. And there's a new mayor. Jeffrey Combs plays the new mayor, who's declared war on crime. And the new mayor tried to assassinate Frank Nitti. This all really happened. And Frank Nitti survived. And the show is called True Noir: The Assassination of Anton Cermak. And the mayor of Chicago was, in fact, assassinated when he was at a rally in Miami with FDR, the newly elected FDR.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's all about Nathan Heller getting involved in all of this. So there's lots of politics. There's lots of characters. Everybody's trying to manipulate him. And he's a guy is a 26-year-old character that was on the pickpocket detail. And because of his involvement in Frank Nitti's shooting, he left the police force and became a private detective. And everybody's trying to manipulate him to do everything, everyone wants him to work for them. Everyone's trying to manipulate our main
Right,
character.
just
and
kind of
he's
pull
like,
him this way and do this.
Yeah.
and-
And it's definitely a noir story. And he gets hired. Well, I don't want to ruin the course of the story, but he ends up getting hired by two people. to do different things, and it's really complex. And if you like crime stories, if you like things like Boardwalk Empire, and you like The Sopranos, this is for you.
Or even Bosch, right? That's kind of more modern.
Yeah, more. But this is, and so the books. What's really cool. So here's the plan: if they do well, and we do multiple, like we've picked out 5 books that we want to adapt, but the goal would be then to do a 3-season streaming series with Michael Rosenbaum playing the lead, set in the 1960s. And it would deal with Marilyn Monroe's death. It would deal with Bobby Kennedy and John F. Kennedy's assassination. It would deal with Martin Luther King's assassination. And it would. So that would be the goal. And what's really interesting is I've never worked on something like this before. And I kind of had this idea of how I had to come up with my own workflow, and how are we gonna do an audio drama that sounds like a movie? How are we gonna do that? And I think we've done it. I think we've pulled it off. And, I got a lot of really great people to work on it. So, and the fact that an audio drama has 5 hours of original music is insane.
Yeah, that's great.
That's amazing.
The clips that you shared, I'm in. But I also love that style, and I love old detective noir stuff too.
Yeah.
Whether it's even like fucking Maltese Falcon or Chinatown or that vibe, that genre, dude, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you something really interesting that was announced. So Max Allan Collins, who wrote these books and everything, he loves the Maltese Falcon, since you brought it up. And the Maltese Falcon goes into the public domain. The book goes into the public domain in January of 2026. And Max Allan Collins made a deal because he was tracking this. He's writing the return of the Maltese Falcon that's coming out from Titan Books in January of 2026, as soon as so that could be adapted. And he wrote comics. I mean, he wrote a detective comic about a female detective in the 80s called Miss Tree, like mystery.
Right.
Mystery. That is, it's incredible. And the series was published by all the major. It jumped around from publishers, but he published that for a long time. So now I'm looking into doing some other work with Max. And he wrote another book.
Who knows where that could lead, right?
Yeah. And it's just, no one's really working right now. So for me, it's the most ambitious thing I've ever done. And it's the first time of all the movies that I worked, I had purchased and we developed the script for Agent Cody Banks. I was a producer on I found that script, bought it. So this is insane. So we sold Agent Cody Banks to MGM. And my friend Zach and Ashley wrote it, who later wrote Thor and wrote X-Men First Class. But so it was supposed to be Ferris Bueller meets James Bond. That was the idea. And they wrote this great script. And after we sold it to the studio, they decided, instead of making it for 16 to 24-year-olds, they would make it for tweens, for 8 to 12-year-olds. So here we were with this big franchise, but once we'd sold it to the studio, we didn't control it anymore.
Right.
So we had to watch. And if you've seen Agent Cody Banks 2, which I was also a producer on, it's god awful. It's just terrible. But we were not in a position to control it. So this is the first time I've ever in my entire career, even more so than Free Enterprise, a movie I wrote and directed, but I still had to deal with external forces that I had to appease.
Sure. Yeah.
This has been the first time when I got to sort of conceive of something and do it all. I produced it, I directed it, I'm editing it, I'm overseeing all the sound design for it.
Huge accomplishment.
It's a big, and for me, I'm trying. So if it sucks, and if people don't like it, I can't blame anybody but myself.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
Well, I hope not. But you never know. I mean, you've heard clips. I know this. We've put our best foot forward. I know that I coerced Max Allan Collins into writing 10 great feature film quality scripts for this audio drama. But will people want to listen to it? You never know. I hope, at $2.99 an episode, you get your money's worth. It's really entertaining, and it has amazing replayability. I was driving into our recording studio. I live about 90 minutes away from our recording studio. So I was driving in there, and I listened to the premix. It's the almost finished version of episode 1. I listened to it 4 times in a row because I was making notes, but I'm like, this is really entertaining.
Good. That's amazing.
And you heard how you can hear if you want. I put it on. If you want to hear, there's a scene between Michael Rosenbaum and Jeff Combs. I put up on the Burnett work. It's right up there. It's under videos. You can listen to it now. It's a 2-minute scene, and you kind of get the quality of what you're hearing and what to expect from the show.
And how long are each episode? If you don't mind me asking, how long?
Yeah, about 30 minutes.
Okay.
So sometimes a little less, sometimes more. But 30 minutes was what I was shooting for.
It's gonna be awesome.
So it's 7 hours total.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely in. You know that.
Yep.
I love, and so hopefully people check it out, man. $3 an episode, guys. Obviously, even if you're not familiar with the content.
Yeah, I think you'll get it.
You might really
you'll get it from the. And Michael, I got to tell you, Michael Rosenbaum. We did a proof of concept with Todd Stashwick who played Liam Shaw, and it just he got busy and it didn't work out, and it took too long for us to get the scripts written stuff, so he couldn't continue on. So I had to find another Nathan Heller. Well, I had to cast the whole thing, and Michael Rosenbaum has been a revelation. First of all, he's just a great guy. If you watch his Inside podcast, he's a terrific. I mean, his as an actor, I sat in a room with him basically for 7 days just recording, and what a guy! I mean, he was great as Luther on Smallville, but he is just an incredible actor, and you can hear it. Yeah. You can hear it from the get.
Badass! So, I can't wait.
I also love the posters you guys did. I saw you put that up on your IG. The posters look dope. Those are.
I gotta tell you, here's another funny story. I got This is why the internet is such a great thing when you're doing something creative. I got contacted by a guy named Bartos who lives in Transylvania.
Oh, wow.
In real life.
Halloween time.
And he just asked me. He said, "Hey, I know you're doing this thing. I've been watching you for so long on the Campia show and your own channel. And if there's anything I can do for you, here's my website." I went to his website. I'm like, "Oh my God!" I mean, the guy's talent was off the charts. And he started doing these posters for me. He did our logo, our True Noir. He says to me, he goes, "I'm not very good at logos, but I'll try something." He gives me back this logo. I'm like, "This is amazing."
Right, you're like, "What the?"
Amazing. And here's this dude living in Transylvania, and for him, like, he's a huge fan of and we hadn't really started casting the show yet. And I keep telling him, I'm like, "Well, Katie Sackhoff's in it." He's like, "Bo-Katan's in your audio drama?" I'm like, "Yep." And he just he just kept doing more stuff. And it's a testament, when you start doing, there's a German philosopher named Goethe, and I'll paraphrase, but the basic idea is when you commit to a course of action, and you truly, whatever that course of action is, you truly commit to a course of action, the tumblers of the universe, the ways of things will start to click into place and help you achieve whatever goal it is that you've set out, whatever path that you've gone out.
I believe it. I believe it.
And this project, having someone like a guy like Bartos, just contact me out of the blue, and the composer and all this stuff, and we committed. And once you do that, and I found that to be true in most things, because I just hope. The problem is with my career in the entertainment business, nothing leads to anything else. I do these things, like I produced a horror movie for Warner Brothers, and then they were going to do these direct-to-video movies, and then they canceled the program because they just didn't want to do them. And I'm like, I thought we were going to make 2 or 3 of them. We made 1, and they loved it. I thought we'd do more. They can't, and that's Agent Cody Banks. They turned it into a tween franchise, and I'm like, oh, great. And then the second one was terrible. And so all these things that I've done, I'm hoping maybe this will lead somewhere. Because what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I need money for figures.
I know, right?
It's really sad when you think about, like, I need money for collectibles
or whatever. But I get your point. But of course we want that. We want that extra money to buy the stuff. But
yeah. So,
but no, I appreciate it. I think it's going to be awesome. We are going to probably wrap though, guys. I do appreciate you guys sticking around for as long as you guys did in the chat. So happy Halloween. I don't know what's going on next week, but stay tuned and come join us in the Discord. The link is in the chat. IP Rock. I'm sorry. Anything coming up?
No, nothing. Stay safe. Halloween. Please enjoy your Halloween. Make sure you check your candy and have fun, guys. Have fun LW as always, review as always. But Halloween is my favorite time of year. I love fall. I live in the East Coast. So
Hell yeah.
4 seasons. I love the leaves falling and everything like that. Favorite time of the year. We get to wear hoodies now. No more like, shorts and t-shirts and tank tops. But just stay safe, everybody. Please enjoy your holidays because after Halloween comes Thanksgiving and Christmas is around the corner.
And then Christmas is here before you know it. Shit, and then New Year.
We're all year
Hell
older,
yeah.
so enjoy your collection.
Tell me about it, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Harry, it's always fun, man, as well.
Yeah. I'm actually finally leaving the country coming up next week. So I'm going to be gone for a good minute.
What country?
I'm going to Vietnam just to visit family, whatnot.
Oh, I thought you lived in Vietnam. You live in Vietnam or in the United States?
I mean, I'm in Vietnam right now. Yeah.
No, he doesn't live in Vietnam, dude.
Yeah.
Your little Vietnamese little shack here right now is what P-Rock's.
I thought you lived like a little.
Yeah, like a somebody. I live in the Vietnam, you know. In the Vietnam, I collect.
No, but that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, man. To visit family and stuff, and
and I got some new content coming up that P-Rock might appreciate. I'm transitioning over to some Godzilla content, so so
we need to collaborate.
Sweet.
Yep.
Can't wait to see it, man. Alrighty. Well, other than that, CT, of course, always fun.
Yeah, man, I would just go ahead and encourage people if they haven't seen your interview with 𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗛. That's a very informative interview. Just the owner sharing like how projects and figures get completed. Just to get some insight on the industry. Great interview. Whether you're a fan of 𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗛 or not, informative. Go check that out. Also, man, the Discord. Holidays is coming, man, and collectors aren't the most social people, so no matter what, there's always something going in Discord, and if you just want to chat and if you like staying on top of things and releases and drops, man, you got Monica doing there. He's the first one to let us know if anything hits. We got watch parties going. Hector's usually got some kind of watch party going on. We had through New York Comic Con, we did event tours, Local Lou, P-Rock, anyone who put a video up, we were watching it as they were at New York Comic Con and watching that together as a group. Custom pieces, we had Bob unbox and show us his Tony Stark F1 Formula 6 scale car that he just got in.
Cool.
That's amazing.
Xander Green with his photography, he got his scorch in, and he was outside taking photographs out in the open. And then, of course, you can always join MAFIA down in the TV room. He's always got the Golden Girls marathon.
You never know. Yeah, man.
There's always something. He's watching always something from the 80s or the 90s to bring you back and keep that nostalgia strong. So in gaming, Call of Duty, we know it's out there. Doc Smizzle and Hector, they're all gaming.
And Dylan and she, they're all playing Black Ops 6 in there.
Something to do. So
there's always
something. If
something.
you're not streaming, if your show isn't on and things are slowing down, come in the Discord. There's someone always around and join us in there.
It's fun, guys. It really is. I'll put a link in the chat as well. You guys probably already know, but it's in the description. But here's a link if you want to come hang out with us, man. Again, it's always the server's 24/7. I don't know if I'm lagging, but if my camera's lagging or not, but it is on my end. But anyway, it is fun, guys. Come check us out. Come say hi. We're all in there. A lot of people, a lot of their YouTube channels are in there. On that note, though, happy Halloween, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good night. Later.